virtual fight fans to ESFL 18. It's Prioxis versus EK Mr. Chicken, DMart 15 alongside Balian. And Balian, it's glad to have you back. It's been a while, but hey, DMart and Balian, the OGs of commentary in the ESFL. Glad to have you back.
Yes, indeed. The OGs is correct. The original two. I remember way back at ESFL 1 when we got this thing started. It's great to be back, D. Thank you. What a great way to be back, to be alongside you in the commentary booth this evening, my friend. And boy, have we got a fight card for you. The new champ, Pry, defending his belt tonight is going to be freaking awesome, man. I'm super excited. I'm pumped. I'm pumped. It's late, but I'm pumped.
Yeah, no, I mean, we look at this. Prioxis, can he defend the ESFL championship? That is the question. No one able to defend it yet. As we talked about earlier before this card, he is 6-2, taking on a 4-0 Mr. Chicken and EK Mr. Chicken, trying to bring the belt to EK. That's the big fight tonight. And for everybody in the chat, this is a time to say happy birthday to Prioxis. It's his birthday. So, I mean, this is a big, I mean, what a day. It's his birthday and he's defending the ESFL strap. So that's a big card. And we got Kinetic Energy, the Hungry Lion in the background. He is in the co-main taking on Kingpain version 2.0. So that is massive. Bailey, and if I'm just looking at this card right now, we got Prodigies who beat me up very badly last week on the card, taking on Lexar. Dur Dizzle, this guy in ranked, he's a silent killer taking on Peyton LG as well. Yeah, he's nasty.
I mean, so many good names on the card tonight. EK Elite is coming back in here. Romero coming back in. Dope Boy Fresh, Double Matt. We got some ESFL vets making an appearance tonight, ready to, you know, to put in some work, get a few more wins, move on up the leaderboards, but also just to put on a show for you guys, because we got some good fighters just on the card this evening. Trent got Band is back. Old Agony is back. Of course, we got two former champions on the card tonight and a champion. You know, Prioxis is here, Kinetic NRG is here, and Lembus Khan is here. So, you know, it's gonna be a damn good night of fights. You can believe that, and you can believe there's plenty of young, hungry contenders ready to wait in the wings, because like you said, no one's defended that belt yet. No one has defended the ESFL belt yet. It's been won, but it's not been held.
No, and like you said, this is a big time for Prioxis. Can he be the first guy to do it? It's going to be a test. It's going to be a 5-round fight. It looks like it's locked in at middleweight. Z Hunter signed that contract. So, welterweight, a welterweight fight for the title. That's going to be 5 rounds. So it's going to be interesting to see who Prioxis wants to go. We know he likes to strike, uses counter striking and attack later on in the rounds. And EK Mr. Chicken's been on a tear. So, I mean, this is going to be a great battle. We'll see if they keep it on the feet or if someone wants to take it down, if they're going to pick a GSP, maybe a Tyron Woodley. So I'm very looking forward to that main event tonight. And Bailey, and I was just going over EK Elitist, looking at his record here. He's actually, a top 50 guy in rank, and he's in 2-4 right now, and he's taking on our second fight of the night. It's not karate. So look for EK Elitist to try to jump up in the rankings as well here tonight.
Yeah, and we're just having a look at some of the other people. I mean, Romero's back. This is going to be his 9th fight tonight as well here, but way up at the top of the bill. I mean, you got 6-2 Prioxis, 4-0 Mr. Chicken, and then Kinetic NRG is obviously 6-1. He's way up there. And also we have brand new Mac 4-3, who was on a hot streak until recently. Obviously believes he can get back up there again, so it's going to be a great night of fights. And we are just waiting for this first fight to be ready. I mean, the stream is up. We are just waiting for our first fight of the night. We just jump back to the card just to show you. We do have DRS, Uncle Ninja, taking on Quicksv, or Q the 14th, we could say as well. That's the thing.
Yeah, well, we can call him Q. That's going to be a bantamweight tilt, and yeah, you're correct. We just might have some difficulties with getting Ninja to stream up here, but that is our first fight of the night. Ninja is 0-1. Q is a newcomer. He's not ranked yet, so we go to the beginning of this card, Bailey, and it is kind of the prelims here. You got a lot of fighters looking to get into the win column or get back into the win column. Is even Romero, who's 2-6. I mean, you get a win, you're back to 3-6. He's ranked 36. So I mean, he needs a win there to get in the top 20 as well. So I mean, all these first 5 fights here are people dying for a win. It's going to make for some interesting fights.
Yeah, for sure. And I can just see now on his end, desperately quitting the match he is in and sending out that invite. So it looks like we're going to get this to you in just under a minute here, which will be a great way to kick off this card tonight, because I am very excited to see what this newcomer can bring to the table. Always good to get some fresh blood on this scene here. Ninja 0-1, looking to prove himself, prove he belongs here, but Here we go. Q, O, and O. Bantamweight, like you said, and the two fighters are just setting up now. So we'll see if there's any change at bantamweight. I mean, I expect to see a lot of head movement, a lot of rolling, doubling up on the rolls if that Cody Garbrandt pick comes up. But really, you can fight nice and patient on the outside with a number of fighters at bantamweight here as well. So, you know, the game's changed indeed. It's certainly changed since I last commentate, with all these patches coming through, and, you know, it's starting to favor a bit more those fighters that want to fight on the outside. You're not always having to rush forward and engage in this slugfest all the time. So, you know, we're going to see how these fights play out tonight. In any case, I am enthusiastically optimistic that we're going to have a good night of fights.
Yeah, and I just got word from Z Hunter 90 that there will be a replacement on the opponent for Ninja. So it's not going to be Q. It's going to be Chamber 19 stepping in for Ninja on the first fight of the night. And
I believe Chamber, is this his debut as well?
Yes, I'm just going over the rankings here very quickly to confirm that, but I do not see him on the rankings as I scroll through. So this would be his first fight in the ESFL. So a short notice fight for him. He's getting right in there on a pay-per-view, Balian.
A pay-per-view, yeah, you can say this is a big card for sure. You know, like Proving Grounds, it's going to be coming back. If you remember the ESFL Proving Grounds, they will be coming back. It's going to take some time just for us to, you know, reorganize, reiterate those things around, get them ready for you. But this is by all means a pay-per-view this evening, and I am excited to witness what these fighters have got to bring to the table.
Yeah, if we look at the final 6 fights, I mean, they are all big-time players. And you know, it says it in the rankings. That brand new Mac NWO Lessons fight, that's huge. I mean, that is a big fight I'm looking forward to. But right now, it's Uncle Ninja 0-1 taking on the newcomer Chambers, who literally stepped in on what I feel, Balian, might be 10 seconds notice.
Yes, literally 10 seconds notice, and they picked up the fighters so quick here. We barely had time to even introduce them, but they are here. And it looks like they're all ready to go. And there has been a slight switch of weight class as well. I know we said this was going to be a bantamweight tout. It looks like we're at welterweight right now. And we're jumping straight in right here. Here we go.
And here we go. Our first fight of the night. It's ESFL 18 D-Mart alongside Balian. First round. Here we go.
Yeah, jumping in straight here, no audio at all. And Ninja did come up there with that Robbie Lawler pick, got the camera nice and tight here, which usually means he's going to be putting that forward pressure on here. But Chamber, not a stranger right there, launching that double jab, just trying to get that Lawler off him, which is obviously, you know, the game plan here of Ninja. We've seen him do that before, likes to move forward, likes to work in. He is ranked number 82, and he is 0-1, so he's looking to get a win. And looks like it's going to be quick and easy here. But D, you know, you got to be careful with Lawler. You know, you blow that stamina out early, it can be a long night in there, especially against someone like GSP.
Yeah, exactly. And if you have a GSP, you know, I would try to work that jab, maybe get some distance, get a takedown, and definitely work that ground and pound, because the chin on GSP right now in 87, you got a Lawler coming at you in that first round. It's dangerous. Yeah,
dangerous, like you said right there. That single color's coming in, and now we're getting some audio all of a sudden. It just came out of nowhere. How strange. But there we go. Backing him up here, getting that the single collar tie clinch in here, working the knees to stop those transitions, switching down to the over-under here. Now he's got options in terms of throws. He does. Chamber on this GSP filling in a short notice here. Let's see if he looks to implement any kind of ground game. A lot of fakes going in, but the double unders here for Ninja doesn't have a stamina advantage. Those can switch back to the full tie, and this is where some damage can come out here. But wise transition there, D, recognizing the stamina difference and just going to the full tie. Dangerous with that overhand on the outside there as well.
Yeah, it was nice work there by Chamber to get out of that spot, get against the cage. Ninja did waste some stamina, but here we go, 2.5 minutes into this fight, back and forth.
Yeah, Chamber really stepping through with that double jab there and catches him with a nice little left hand. Drops Ninja here for all that forward pressure he's working on. Eats that left hook there, right around the side, and his block was super low. He kept walking forward and just swinging this rear uppercut, trying to power it through. But that double jab playing into the favor of Chamber here, sneaking round that left hook off that straight right, and goes again for that left hook. And Chamber's really looking to make money of that over that right hand of Ninja, who's leading off his left hand a lot, so that left hook's going to find a nice home there.
Yeah, great job by Chamber. His first fight in the ESFL on short notice comes out. Get his knockdown early on Robbie Lawler after he was pushed against the cage, Balian. So a great job here by Chamber. Open up the fight.
Yeah, but like you said, that chin stat is already deteriorating, even though he's been hurt already. And there's the uppercut sneaking through there. Uncle Ninja getting hurt again, just standing still, trading back. But he's the left hook again off that rear uppercut. And he's got to be careful, man. He cannot stand here. Beautiful I love the switch roundhouse to the body there, but now he eats a hook. God, these two are just throwing backwards and forwards. The stamina is insane. They're just dropping, rocking each other. This is crazy, D.
Yeah, we're getting a taunt here from Uncle Ninja. He's been knocked down 3 times. I don't know if you want to put your hands all the way out like that. You got to be careful.
Oh.
Here we go. 30 seconds left.
Yeah, both fighters just swinging. It's like gunfire right now. Reckless abandon. Not much technique going off here. And Ninja's just trying to fire in that rear uppercut. There's a high vulnerability on that if you're just leaving it in there. That's why he's getting tagged with that left hook. And Chambers now is banning that double jab, but there's a nice teep to the body and just lets 2 big shots right there, D.
That's how you do it. Push him against the cage and just throw some heat. A great round by the newcomer Chamber. You got to give him that round. It might even be a 10-8 with the 3 knockdowns there, Balian, but you got to be careful. Uncle Ninja was doing work on the chin. Got a knockdown of his own. Here we go, Balian. Second round.
Yeah, and this is the first fight of the night, but I do not think it's going to last very long here. Chamber now getting that straight right off to the body and has that stamina advantage. He needs to back up here, use it, play into it, and not sit right here in the range of this 1-2 of Robbie Lawler, because Ninja's just going to fire that straight down the pipe. He can just get underneath it with his own body work right there on the counter, slow down some of that forward pressure and work some of that stamina down, but he's back against the cage here, trying to fire those knees off to the body. Uncle Ninja got him in here in the over-under, just wasting his stamina at the same time as landing those knees to the body, but not going to play as much dividends as perhaps this transition here. And now we've got double unders from Chamber while he's back to the cage. Beautiful! Almost like a lateral drop there, D, snatching this up to the mat.
Now we're back in the sprawl, or not back in the sprawl position. We're in a sprawl position now. Is he going to do a transition? No. We're getting to over-under position now, but a great job by Chambers to get the takedown. Obviously doing very well in the clinch, and you see that as Ninja wants to break out, but he gets the head kick on the low stamina as they break.
I mean, Ninja here, it's all high risk. High risk techniques, really just firing, just trying to get that knockout. And you know, any longer than this, we're not even halfway through the fight here, and he's just blasted through his stamina. There's a big left hand though coming over the side of that jab that Chambers trying to step in with. And with Lawler, you know you can. If you're trading in close, you're both going to be landing at the same time. You're going to land those bigger, stronger punches. And there's a straight left right down the middle. Chambers trying to counter with his own jab. Eats a straight left. Unable to, needs to create space before trying to throw those strikes right there. Gets tagged on his back in full guard here, D. Oh, beautiful.
Ooh, what a sweep by GSP. Chamber coming out with a sweep after he got knocked down there, Billy. We got a lot of action in the first half of this fight, and now GSP, Chamber, going to work from half guard.
Yeah, good job stuffing that there. Beautiful elbows. Now going to really work from half guard. It's a dangerous, dangerous position. Almost more dangerous than full mount, as some have expressed recently. With no changes to the ground game, looks like half guard posture up is one of the best places to get some real damage off. There's a lot of transitional options out of it, but look, Chambers doing a great job defending all of these transitions, and now he's got him in side control. This is looking bad for Uncle Ninja. After falling to the ground, that head stat is dropping. Health, you know, relatively low here, and stamina starting to wean down, and he's taking some real big shots right now.
Yeah, he's going to have to rock the boat to get out of there. He does. Now he goes to a quick sprawl. A great job here to get back to his sprawl position for Uncle Ninja. Now he's got a minute left. What's he going to do? Quick denial here, Bailey.
Snap down by Chamber. Here we go, sitting out to the side. The back clinch is going to be there, but with that stamina disadvantage, you can go straight for that takedown. Oh, denied, and here it comes. Look at this, a suplex right here. And there we go, beautiful job.
City.
German suplex right here. To the back, that head is now flashing like a set of traffic lights. Here comes the Kimura on the far side. Going to go for it here. Going up here, we've got a 5-stage submission. Gets hit into the second stage here. 20 seconds left in the round. Trying to push double gates, but he does get out of it, Dave.
Yeah, nice job there. He just wanted to score some points, I believe. I don't know if there was enough time to lock in that Kimura, but nonetheless, a great job, Chamber. You know, he was taking some punches there. It was a back and forth round. But when it did go to the ground and it was going to the clinches, the advantage I felt like went to Chambers in the first and second round there.
Well, of course, I mean, he has the stat advantage there as well, but he did get dropped, and that's how he ended up on the ground.
And here we go, third round, ESFL 18, our first fight of the night. It's Uncle Ninja taking on the newcomer Chambers.
Just firing out a 4-punch combo here. I mean, the risk that these guys are taking is just insane, and Uncle Ninja has this in-tight camera here. He doesn't want to be anywhere else but in the face of his opponents. Just jumping in with that lead hook to the body, so risky. Managed to get his head off the center line for that jab. 1-2, beautifully slipped by Chamber. Comes in, lead hook to the body, overhand comes over the top. Ninja's rocked, and now he's dropped down to the floor. Doesn't follow up though, he's just slightly out of range.
He couldn't get to him, Bailey, and a minute into this fight, he got another knockdown, and you got to think the next strike that Ninja takes, it might be all over.
It might be all over indeed. He's done a great job stepping to the outside of that straight there, but Ninja's still walking forward, firing, determined to land that straight left. And if you ask me, he needs to counter fire a little bit more than just charging in, stepping in with all these strikes. That's what's going to get him caught here. Really should look to counterfight, but trying to slip under there. See if Chamber makes the read. The uppercuts there for him. I'd like to see some, you know, jabs to the body here. Maybe bait some attacks out. Then coming back through the 1-2-3. When he steps through, but there's a rear uppercut. Beautifully timed, but there we go. That's it.
Oh my
end of the fight.
Goodness. Welcome to the ESFL Chambers. What a fight. I mean, you come in short notice, you take on a vet like Uncle Ninja, who's been around the EA UFC community for more than 5 years. I mean, what a performance that's great. I'm very impressed.
You should be impressed. Real knockdown, drag him out fight right there. Just backwards and forwards, both players taking the momentum and the advantage at different stages. But yeah, just super intense, super scrambly almost here. Uncle Ninja, just constant pressure, constant threat, constant damage, just trying to wing big shots, land what he could here, really get some rocks, get some damage off. But you fight like that, D, you know, it's pretty risky.
Yeah, and he never stopped coming forward. I mean, you were talking about that during the third round. He was taking some lumps there, but Uncle Ninja, known for always coming forward. And, you know, I mean, not once did he ever try to do a slip counter like you wanted to see. So maybe going back to the drawing board, Ninja will try, you know, maybe look for some more slips. But, I mean, the grappling by Chambers, too, it was just the defensive grappling. Also won him that fight. So, I mean, a tough fighter and an unknown fighter. I mean, he's coming in on short notice like that when you're preparing for someone else. So, I mean, that's a tough spot.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. Anyway, the next fight is ready to go. We're going to jump straight on over here. It's Not Karate coming back here. Rank number 98, way down there in those rankings, but knows he wants to get his way back up here. Taking on EK Elitist. Looks like it's going to be a good matchup, and it's also going to be at welterweight here, D.
Yeah, It's Not Karate, 0-3, like you said. Looking to get in the win column here in the ESFL, taking on EK Elitist, who is no joke. In the ranked leaderboards, I believe he's in, you know, the top 30 right now. So this is not an easy test for It's Not Karate, you know, and especially in the welterweight division. EK Elitist loves this division, so it's going to be a tough fight for Karate. Excited to see what Karate picks right here.
Yeah, I think
he's definitely not picking Mike Pyle. We're not going to get a Mike Pyle pick. I don't think. It would be our first ever on ESFL.
Mike Pyle's all right. Nothing wrong with a bit of Pyle. I heard he's very good in the gym. He's very good in the gym. He's a gym fighter. But apart from that, yeah, not the best statistics here. But definitely, like going back to what you said, I think welterweight's one of the more well-rounded, one of the more balanced divisions. I certainly always have it turned on in ranked mode. You know, never feel cheap or cheated when you fight at welterweight. You know, you got a lot of options, a lot of different play styles, and a lot of different, just matchups that can happen here. We often see good fights at welterweight. So the more welterweight fights, the better. I say, bring them on, D.
100%. I love a good welterweight fight. I'm a big GSP fan, so anytime I get to see a GSP fight versus, say, a Tyrone Woodley or a Stephen Wonderboy Thompson, I like to see if they can get him down and work that ground and pound. But no GSP this time. This is a welterweight fight with EK Elise and It's Not Karate. It's Diaz versus Masvidal. Yeah,
man, this is a great matchup. Good striking matchup. We see a lot of Masvidal picks up here, and as long as it doesn't go to the ground, you know, although Diaz's top game's not great, it should be a fairly even fight here, but you've got to give the advantage in stamina and that body work to EK Elites with the Diaz pick. I mean, Diaz is such a solid pickup at welterweight. Nick Diaz is one of my favorite picks as well. You can fight everywhere. You can fight all over the place. You can definitely hold your own on top if you need to as well. So yeah, great solid pickup. But there we see right there, It's Not Karate going with the old Masvidal pick, like we said, 0-3, ranked number 98 in the world right now, and he is taking on a member of the EK camp. And you know, EK Elite is his 32D, so the difference in the rankings here is pretty damn big.
Yeah, this is, like I said, a big test. Not only is it a big test because of the ESFL rankings, but if you look at the current ranked leaderboards, like I was saying, I do not see It's Not Karate in the top 100 right now, but I do see EK Elitis, and I do fight him on a day-to-day basis, so I know how sharp he is. And like I said, if I can see in a Karate, I'm interested to see what he can do. I really am. So he does have a good pick. He's got a guy with probably the best chin in the division, maybe the best chin in MMA. I don't know if you've watched a lot of Masvidal's fights, but he can take a punch.
I think they can both take a punch.
The battle of who can take a punch more. Here we go, though. ESFL 18, our second fight of the night. EK Elitis versus It's Not Karate.
we're having this weird problem today with this audio. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's the game or the streamer's end, but we're sort of missing this audio here. But we'll see how it plays out. I'm so glad we have some fight audio going into this one. I don't know if it's happening on your end as well, D.
No, I've got the fight audio here on my end. Maybe it is on your end there, but I'm not sure. But nonetheless, a minute into this fight right now, and both people looking to establish the jab.
Yeah, looks like this is going to be dictated a lot further range out than our first fight of the night. Nice little front leg teep that It's Not Karate's got right there. And I do like to see them teeps. You know, it really does help stop that forward pressure. But we're seeing the hands of EK Elitis here, finding the openings around It's Not Karate here. Karate trying to step in with the jab, but eats a jab. Beautifully timed by EK, just lands his first. Ready with the pull counters, just slipping out here, and here we go. We're just backwards and forwards. EK Elite is getting in, getting out, landing the combos. Not planning and drawing in, because not Karate in, just moving forward, landing the 1-2, the 1-2-3, whatever he needs to get, and getting out here. And It's Not Karate finding a real hard time trying to land anything. I'd like to see him plant. You know, if EK is constantly stepping forward, those leg kicks are right there. They do way more damage if you can catch your opponent moving in. But that is the problem he's facing right now, is getting intercepted with any strike he tries to throw on the way in.
Yeah, those overhands, if they hit you 1 or 2 times in the same round, you know, you get an easy rock and push your opponent back. But, ooh, watch out for that body shot, though, for EK Elitis. But EK Elitis, like you were talking about earlier, great movement early on.
Yeah, he's keeping him right on the end of the jab here as well. It's Not Karate's got to find a way on the inside. Eats that left hand right there. 1-2 coming straight down the middle, and It's Not Karate here. The same thing's happening. It's always the jab. So he does have that slip to the left-hand side here he can employ. And if it's a 1-2, which it is, oh god, trying to throw a head kick, eats a straight left. And now eating some body shots from that body perk that Diaz has. That's going to really do some damage here. But it's always a 1-2. It's always a 1-2. So he can just slip left-right. But he just needs to make that read. Eats a straight left to the body as well whilst throwing a body kick. Catches that left hook in there. That's a good shot. He can try and get in there. But that 1-2 all day, straight down the middle. He's got to move his head here, D. Because he's just going to eat these all day.
Yeah, you're right. If you want to, for the virtual fight fans at home, slip, straight, hook. That would solve the problem that's going on right now. If it's going to continue, I don't see him getting out of this first round, actually, Billion.
He doesn't even need to, you know, slip one after the other. He can just roll underneath, and he'll get underneath both of those, come up top with a nice counter. And EK's right there. He's moving forward after these strikes. He's not planning and throwing after he moves in and throws that 1-2. He's right in front of him, so if he's there for a counter, he's right there. But you know, It's Not Karate just not firing back after he eats those shots. Just standing still with a 4-punch combination there, tries to get underneath, but needs to roll right under and come back around the other side rather than just duck down. And now he's just eating these shots here, and EK Lee just making this look easy now, just landing them, not taking too many shots on the return. And It's Not Karate just unable to find a home at all here, D.
Yeah, and we saw the showboating by EK Elitist. And for good reason, I guess. You know, he's just not eating any shots, you know, kind of just having his way with It's Not Karate. Easy first round, I'd say, for EK Elitist.
And there we see just the left hand, that overhand that you talked about coming through here. He's just stepping in on the outside, boom. You see Karate just trying to get that jab off, not even able to time that. So just the timing of the entries, just so much better timed here by EK, and It's Not Karate having a real hard time trying to land any kind of offense at all.
Yeah, and it's going to be, what would the corner say going into the second round, you know? Like we said, there are many options to get past that 1-2. I like to do the slip straight counter. I mean, that really does push your opponent back. But like you said, there are many other options too. Let's see if he can adjust and get some work done here in the second round.
I mean, he can just, you know, block or just not be there for it, but he's going to counter and make him punish for it. Otherwise, he's just going to eat it over and over again.
Second round, ESFL 18, our second fight of the night. It's EK Elitis taking on It's Not Karate, the 98th ranked It's Not Karate, and the 32 ranked EK Elitis.
Oof, now he's a left-right hand right there. It's Not Karate's block is going down. Nice job returning there after it, because you know EK is stepping and throwing, then stepping out when his stamina's low, and It's Not Karate's just letting him recover the stamina and then let him re-enter and dictate the entire aggressive pace of this fight. He needs to chase him down after he comes in with that 1-2, or catch him on the intercept. There's a nice straight right there. He can get a pull counter off on this 1-2. He can roll right underneath. There we go. He needs to start on the left-hand side, then roll under to his right. Not start on the right and roll to the left, but we'll see if he adjusts to that right here. But the leg kicks are going to work if he can step in here. Just got to get the timing on EK. And there we go. Some nice body shots. Make him think about different elevations, because apart from that, he's only coming back trying to land his own 1-2. Beautiful. There it is. Beautiful. That's what we called, and there we see it right there, D.
Yeah, great job right there. And finally, we see a takedown attempt from EK Elitist, and he's a ground guy too. I mean, he does have ground skills, and obviously he tried to use them right there. So look out for that continuing on in this fight.
Oh, it's not karate, just runs straight into that 1-2, and now he's rocked again. EK making it look easy, a nice little cheeky taunt, bang with the 1-2, and now we've got a single collar, blocks the knee, and that is not good, but good deny the transition to the tie. Oh, goes for the single leg and doesn't get it, and now he is in a bad spot with Diaz on top of him here.
Yeah, he's in a sprawl position with a lot of time to work. He does let his opponent up, and we're in an over-under situation now. Let's see what EK Elias can do. He's very, very comfortable in the clinch.
Yeah, clinch is really somewhere where the whole fight can get dictated if you can take it here. So you got to be prepared to fight in the clinch, be prepared to fight anywhere, and also be the one dictating the pace of the clinch. You don't want to be a step behind, like any kind of grappling scenario in real life. You want to be ahead, but especially in the clinch, you want to be dictating. And there's the short elbow there, catching him with the rock. It's not karate's health is so low here, D, and I think EK is going to make this work for him. If he can get an overhand in, went for it there, or another 1-2 straight down the pipe. It's not karate. He's not going to bite, and he bit right there, trying to step in with his own jab. It's a 1-2 straight down the pipe, and that's what's getting him caught. But he's got to be careful. He's got to be so careful not to bite on these openings here, because he's going to get tagged before he can even step in.
Yeah, he's just hanging in there. I mean, he's like, I thought 4 minutes ago we'd see him go down, but it's not karate. Still kind of in this fight, but he, like you said, he does need to start landing some shots, get the respect back, because there's no health left in him, Balian.
No health at all. That straight left just getting him a rock, and he really does not want to be initiating right now. Anything like this where he's stepping in is just going to get him caught. Wisely grabbing the single collar. Oh, the knee this time instead of the elbow, trying to get a nice easy rock. EK Elitis making short work of this, trying to get this fight over with, but yeah, it's not karate, just stepping in a lot and just eating the 1-2 on the way in. Needs to be a little bit more patient and catch the openings here, trying to catch EK, you know, on the counter really, or intercept, because it's whenever he steps in, he's getting beat to the punch and getting rocked.
ESFL 18, this will go to a third round, and you've got to think EK Elitis breezing by this one, up 2-0. And for you virtual fight fans at home, make sure you stick around. We have 12 more fights on the card with Prioxis in the main event against EK Mr. Chicken. You won't want to miss that. The 6-2 Prioxis. It's his birthday, Billy. I can't wait for that fight. And Mr.
Birthday.
Chicken talks a lot of smack.
He does.
4-0. Can he go to 5-0? And can we get our first title defense? I don't know. But third round with the EK Elitis, it's not karate. And like I said, it's got to be 2-0 EK Elitis. Can karate get something done? Again,
just caught, stepping in, trying to throw a lead knee, and the 1-2 came straight down the middle, and that's really the problem it's not karate's having, is he's just walking forward and eating that 1-2 before he can get his own offense off. He needs to block before he tries to throw a strike here, or try and counter after these strikes, because when he walks in and tries to land his own strike first, he's just getting caught.
Yeah, and we've seen it all fight, Balian, and like you said, one more 2-strike combo landed here, and I think it's night-night.
Yeah, just you waiting for that 1-2 to land.
I'm just feeling it. You can almost feel it in the fight.
Oh, beautiful timing. Beautiful timing on that left overhand. It's not karate, just trying to do anything he can to keep EK Elitis on him, and gets a little too predictable, gets easily timed there. And that, gets the block up. We caught the left hand with that, but there's a big one right there. Slips underneath, just underneath that. And he's another left hand, and that health is so low, D. This cannot last much longer right here.
How is It's Not Karate surviving? You got to think, man. This is crazy, man. This is crazy.
I like the step back work from EK Elitist. He's been using that backward step. Oh, there's the... he's just getting his hands up somehow. And getting underneath here. Let's see if EK makes a read on that. It's always after 2 punches. It's not karate. Kind of dip his head underneath. If we can get a jab uppercut in there, I'm sure he can end this fight.
I don't know, Ben. Look at the stamina, though. EK Elias throwing everything at his opponent. I mean, there's still that puncher's chance. I mean, if he does catch him coming in with something crazy here in the last 2 minutes, you never know.
He eats that straight left, though. I don't know, D. I don't know. That right hook's coming in there now to play. Of course, there's always that chance, but it's not karate. Valiantly hanging in there, but this fight's all about done. EK's putting a good performance tonight. It's not karate just running into 1-2 many strikes, but he is still in this fight. He is thrown to the body now, and tries to land that lead roundhouse in much too close a range. It gets dropped right here, and this could be the end of the fight. Elbows over the top, working the body now. Does recover full guard here, though.
It's not karate, does pull guard, but he postures right back up, and we're going to get some more elbows from the top. How many more can he take? An elbow to the body, jab to the face. This is crazy, man.
Oh my goodness. I guess at the start of this fight, you did mention the chin on Masvidal. And it's on display for sure right now. Oh, those elbows. Oh, ref. Stop the fight.
Ow.
Stop the fight. He's still in it.
How is he still alive? The survival skills of It's Not Karate. He does not want to go to 0-4. In the ESFL, he can't get the posture down pull. But he gets up to his feet, Bailey. I haven't seen Martin in about 6 months.
Here we go. Jab wheel kick is coming out. Straight uppercut misses. Oh, clean overhand right finish here. Didn't even try to switch back that stance. Over that lead hand. Good fight, good performance.
Just like that, EK Elias, the number 32 ranked fighter in the ESFL, will go to 3-4. So a great performance by him. And It's Not Karate. That's a hard spot to be in. I mean, you saw the step backs and the pull counters, and EK Elias is he's going to be a problem for anybody in that top 15.
Yeah, we can see on the boom replay here, just the finish coming out, that straight uppercut. Anything he can do to finish, but didn't move back, stood, planted, and good job there. Just firing that overhand right straight over the top. And it was just a good performance all night by EK Elitis, really. Just working it, just finding the openings, making, you know, his shots land. And it was really a case of It's Not Karate just running into one too many shots to get this fight going. You know, he has to work on dictating the pace of that. You know, if your opponent is walking in with the 1-2, you can't just keep trying to beat him to that punch, especially when the hand speed's a little faster in that situation. You got to find other ways to win. If it's a constant movement with the 1-2, that leg kick is so powerful with your opponent stepping in. If you can just, you know, time it coming in, you'll catch a rock almost after two, three good leg kicks. So definitely a few things to work on there for It's Not Karate. And like you said, 0-4, tough spot to be in. But I'm sure he'll be back. Great competitor, and always good to have anyone, you know, step up to the plate at ESFL.
Yeah, and it looks like these guys have jumped right into the next fight. I'm not sure if you had it ready to go, but I think they're getting ahead of us today, Balian.
Ahead of us? Oh my goodness, I'm gonna have to look. It's Romero taking on Dope Boy Fresh, correct?
Yeah, and we are in the loading screen, and we'll just give you a brief overview. Romero 420, 2-6 here in the ESFL, taking on Dope Boy Fresh, who's 0-3. And yes, Balian, they are loaded in. They're ready to go. Dope Boy Fresh is Alexander Gustafsson. Romero 420 going with Daniel DC Cormier.
DC Cormier. Romero 420 loves to come forward and throw those hands, so I guess you can expect him to be doing that in this fight right here against Gustafsson, though. And this is a matchup we've seen so many times. It's just a case of you know, can Gustafsson keep Cormier off him, and you know, can Romero close the distance? I mean, we see it a lot. Both fighters have been in the ESFL for a while. Dope Boy Fresh right here with this Gustafsson pickup, which we've seen him pick up a couple of times as well, but he is 0-3. He is yet to grab himself a win here at ESFL, so you got to imagine he's been away, he's been working on some techniques, he's got to find a way to win right here. And you know, Romero, we know what he's going to do here. He's going to walk forward, he's going to throw bombs, he's not going to stop that forward pressure even if he's losing the fight, so we know it's going to be fireworks.
Yeah, 100%, and it has been a while since the latest patch, so like you said, these guys have had a lot of time to work on their game, so it will be interesting to see, has Romero 420 changed up? Or will we see the same thing we've seen in previous ESFLs, like you said, that come for pressure, that I'm going to be in your face all day kind of pressure. And then we go back to Dope Boys Fresh. You know, he had that 0-3. He's just like the previous fight with the It's Not Karate, and he's in the same spot. I mean, he doesn't want to go to 0-4, so he should come out, you know, looking like he needs this win. So here we go. This is our third fight of the night. Romero 420 versus Dope Boy Fresh.
Yeah, and there's a real problem, really, I find, when you're playing Gustafsson, is you don't have a lot of techniques to stop that kind of forward pressure. You know, you don't really have knees, you don't have teeps, so if someone's coming at you, you have to use your footwork and circle out, and you really have to work that 1-2 to the body is great. But I'm liking this jab work right now from Dope Boy. This is really nice. There we go, catching him right there with that one, and he's doing a good job of planting when throwing these jabs, and they're the leg kicks. That's what we want to see. That's probably his best weapon to stop that forward pressure. You know, he's got to be able to throw it in distance, got to make the correct judge for you know, for space when he throws them. But right there, that's when he's going to want to land right here, dude.
Yeah, and we're talking about Romero 420 coming forward, and we see it in the first minute of this fight, just coming forward, the same style. And here we go, look at him land these punches.
Yeah, he's got to be careful though, Dope Boy Fresh, winging them hooks from the outside like that, because the 1-2 straight down the pipe is going to rock him on the chin. a lot faster than he's expecting, and when he's winging those hooks moving outwards, you know, your vulnerability factor's high, and there's that left hand straight down the pipe, and we know Romero 420 likes to sit in that southpaw stance, and it's going to set up a chain with that straight left if Dopeboy keeps moving in that direction here. He's trying to wing them shots in here. Now he's throwing those leg kicks, but he has to be careful here. Romero just steady forward with the pressure, eating shots to the head here. He's not really landing too much here, D. You know, Dopeboy is clipping him with these shots.
Yeah, now Romero just keeping his forward pressure going, trying to land a shot, working the body, getting a lot of rips there, and a nice 4-piece combo right after ripping with the body there. So he's actually looking pretty smooth right now.
Yeah, Dopeboy's starting to land some of those body kicks. If he planted, leg kicks, if he planted them through them, they would come out faster and do more damage here as well. So I'd like to see him plant. But when you're moving out to the side, he does create a little bit of an easy alleyway, and you sets you away from that counter strike, that counter 1-2 or that counter hook after the leg kick. So he's doing a good job moving away. He's doing better than he's definitely done previously, but you know, planting with those leg kicks is going to do a lot more damage. Like right there, bam, he snapped it off right there, and that's all opening for it.
Yeah, and almost done this first round, and you got to think it's been a pretty even matchup right now. Romero, like I said, coming forward, but Dopeboy fresh landed some good shots. It's a very exciting match for our third fight of the night.
Yes, they're almost pillow fisting each other, and that they're just connecting, but no one's getting rocked, and no real big damaging shots look like they're landing. They're kind of just walking into each other's punches here. Romero here just unrelenting that forward pressure, no block. Health is low, but he's still moving. Good job with the 1-2. Lead hook to the body, but there he eats that straight punch here. Now he's backing up. Just these big winging hooks coming out from Dopeboy. Fresh spinning back fix misses, and that's another great little strike you have in your arsenal to stop that forward pressure. As soon as Romero throws that jab, fire off that spinning back fist, he can land it in there nicely. A lot harder to land it moving forward when your opponent's block is up here, but he keeps circling out to that side. He's going to walk into that straight left. Beats the double jab here as well, and you know, I'd like to see Romero try and land that body kick here, D. I think there's a big avenue for it, and there we go. Lands his liver right there.
Right to the liver. Those are big shots to liver. That right side of the body. Attack the liver. Attack the liver. Great shot. And a great round. I mean, he was stunned, so I think you've got to give that round to Dopeboy fresh. He did catch him with that 1-2 they were pushing back.
Yeah, he definitely threw a lot more, and subsequently, you know, landed a lot more, but his stamina is a lot lower right now, and I know Romero doesn't like to do it, but he definitely has a grappling advantage, and that GA is so high when you got your opponent back to the fence like that, D.
Yeah, like I'd like to see it like right here on a replay. You know, he's throwing a couple jabs, and then he'll stop and back up, and he'll have to hold that high block, like you said, and that's when you want to go attack that double leg takedown. And even if you don't get it, you'll get the animation where you'll put your opponent against the cage, and when you got a guy like DC and you have that stat advantage, that would be, in my opinion, a smart move. Here we go, second round, Romero 420, Dopeboy fresh, Alexander Gustafsson, DC for Romero 420.
Yeah, I think what you said was perfect there. Yeah, exactly. I mean, he is having to go in and out, but look at the stamina difference. I mean, Romero basically fine going into this round, and Dopeboy is going to start to tick down a little bit more from all those wide winging hooks he's throwing. Beautiful lead uppercut lands, though. Oh, it just slips to the side of that one. And his fast hammer is low here, still trying to advance. Going to have to back up here. Romero might try and take advantage of this, but beautiful job with the lead uppercut. Whiffed on the rear one. And now we see Romero coming back forward. He doesn't even care and was willing to just let him hit him right here just to get the stamina down even further, D.
Yeah, he's not backing down whatsoever. Like you said, he's coming forward, hits him with the uppercut. Now can he break that block? He's got a lot of time to work. He's getting the respect back.
You're getting the respect back, and I love the 1-2, the lead hook to the body, and that's working. Good little combination to throw from that southpaw position as well, because that lead hand is right there, nice, easy for the taking, and after the 1-2, your opponent's usually on the way out. They're usually exiting and retreating, and it's easier to chase with body shots than it is to chase with head shots. Beautiful job. 3-punch combo to the body, coming back in with those hooks after the rock, and now Romero's starting to take over. Dopeboy's stamina's going down. The footwork's slowing down a little bit. Throwing that jab from a static position. Needs to move backwards with it. And now he's starting to turn it up here, D. He's starting to turn it up. Find a home for his shots.
Yeah, we're feeling the change of the tide right now. And look at Dopeboy. Look at his stamina. They're just whiffing on a bunch of punches. And he got caught,
lead
though.
Uppercut, I think, again, that caught him here. And that's because he keeps going back to that body here. And good read by Dopeboy trying to land that uppercut in there to stop it. And it's always that lead hand. So it's coming out nice and fast here. Romero just got to be careful. Got to be not too predictable on these body exchanges. Can't chase. Needs to go back to the head a couple of times just to make it think about a beautiful job. Rear uppercut into the lead hook lands. Beautiful job as well, slapping in that liver kick. And this is now Romero starting to find a flow. He's starting to take over this fight.
All
beautiful pull.
Romero 420 for the last 2 minutes here. He's put on the pressure. Can Dope Boy Fresh hang on? Look, he's still throwing punches with absolutely no stamina, and this is where those lever kicks would really come into play.
Yeah, now we're seeing Romero, man, really letting loose and looking like a different Romero out here, just landing some beautiful combos, feeling it, flowing, just landing when he needs to land and the right strikes at the right time. Beautiful little sequence there, just flowing through all of those punches. And Dope Boy Fresh's stamina is just down. He's just moving backwards, throwing those strikes, not really landing with too many of them coming out of range. And Romero trying to, he's stopping this forward pressure here, D. This isn't Romero just wading forward. He's got his opponent hurt, he's got his stamina low, and now he's using that stamina to his advantage as a weapon here to just put the pressure on and so deteriorate his opponents.
Yeah, he's coming in with a jab straight body hook or a jab body hook, mixing that up and really putting work on his opponent, and with the headshots as well. He's got to watch out. He's got to watch out for that Superman punch.
Yeah, he's got to be careful as well, because every shot is draining that block of his as well. Dope Boy's landed a lot through that block, and it is starting to show some wear and tear, and he was taking some shots to the face there because block was getting broken, dude.
Yeah, and for the people in the virtual fight fans in the chat, it's a hard fight to score. Maybe 1-1 here going into the third and final round. But look at these shots. That couple knockdowns here for Romero 420 definitely poured on the pressure. With 3 minutes left in this round here. Yeah,
beautiful job starting that combination with the rear uppercut, which you don't see every day, but boom, there it is, straight up the middle, and catched him with the right hook. And the left hand was there as well. He even threw 2 more punches after that. So Romero looking for that 4-piece right there, but doesn't get it, but gets a beautiful drop. And yeah, I think we're going to start to see him turn that pressure up, D, and probably maybe even look to finish the fight in this third round.
This is ESFL 18 Prioxis versus EK Mr. Chicken. DMAR 15 alongside Balian. Here we go, the third round of the third fight of the night. Romero 420. Dope Boy Fresh. It could be 1-1. Here we go, Balian.
Oof. Big roundhouse to the body. And yeah, if Dope Boy keeps firing at the rate he's been firing through these rounds, he's not going to have any stamina left by the halfway point, I don't think, D. Although the block, though, look at the block. He is just firing off such a volume that the block is just getting low right here, and he only needs to land 3 or 4, and that block's all the way down. But here comes Romero moving forward, double uppercuts, putting that pressure on, and I like the work from Romero, going back to that 1-2, 1-2, back to that lead hook to the body. And this is a little bit of a different Romero, he's not just wading forward as much, he is kind of, well, okay, well, he's thrown quite a few shots there, dude, but he's pulled counter and he's moving.
Yeah, no, Romero 420 definitely looking good. Definitely not looking like a 2-6 fighter, so he's definitely been in the gym, put in work.
Yeah, looking to move up to even digits. I imagine great little job slipping off that overhand right there. Not sure if that was intentional, but just held position, barely moved his head. There we go. That's beautiful work from Romero there, right there. He definitely has been looking for that, and the knee to the body will work. He has that liver kick as well. It's open for him. But here we go. He's going to turn out. 3 minutes left, and like we said, it's not even halfway through this round, and Dope Boy's stamina is really low. There's a 1-2-3. Lead hook lands. Beautiful lead hook to the body. Rear hook coming in here, D. He's going to keep this pressure going. The block is still so high for Dope Boy, though. If he can... Oh, I didn't even know. Cool, man. He had a jumping roundhouse.
Yeah, the jumping roundhouse. He's firing everything at him. Now look at the stamina bailing. He's going to work the body. He might even get a body rock here as he just keeps ripping that hook right to the body, and that's a nasty move.
Yeah, needs to be careful the uppercut, but it doesn't matter. Left hand to the jaw. Is this the third round finish? I think it is, but that is the end of the fight. D. Great little finish there, and Romero he's looking good. Just keeping the pressure and catching him with that uppercut over and over again, coming back with a lead hook every time. Ate his own uppercut, lead hook. He threw it a lot, and then he had his other lead hook, or his rear hook to go. But yeah, good job from Romero, and Dope Boy Fresh moving to 0-4 here. Get to get a win, D.
Yeah, and stamina management might be something he has to go back and take a look at there. As we saw him throw a lot of punches, but we might have to give more credit to Romero, though. He was dipping and dodging there, looking very, very well. He'll move to 3-6. Dope Boy Fresh will go to 0-4. So we now have 2 0-4 fighters. That would be It's Not Karate and Dope Boy Fresh. Maybe they have to have a fight together on one of the next cards. But that's, like you said, 3 straight third-round KOs here in ESFL 18.
Yeah, we're getting through them tonight. 3 fights, 3 finishes, and yeah, I think you got a good point there. Romero, towards the end of that fight, started to really let go, started to find his flow, and just fighting off reaction and instinct, and making some good head movements, some good reads on his opponent, and it looks like an evolution in the game of Romero 420, you know, and after 9 fights in the ESFL, that's what you want to see, you know, that's what you want to see. You want to see continual evolution. You don't want to just see the same thing that hasn't been working out for him.
Yeah, and like you said, we called his very first fight, I believe, here in the ESFL, maybe at the first ever pay-per-view. So we have seen the evolution of Romero 420. And now we've got almost, I think, over 100 fighters in this league, Bailey. So, I mean, it's really growing, and it's really great to see. But with that, I believe our next fight is ready. I'm interested in this one. It looks like Double Matt, an ESFL staff member, taking on Dr. Kofifi.
Yes. Okay. Yes.
And if we take a look at this, Bailey, and yeah, just take a look at the records here. Double Matt ranked 35 on the Xbox side with a 2-5 record, taking on the 1-1 Dr. Kofifi, who's ranked 55. So an interesting matchup here. We've seen a lot of Double Matt. We know he likes to get that double leg takedown, Double Matt, double leg. So we'll see who he wants to pick here, and I'm interested in see what Dr. Kofifi has.
Yeah, we can switch over. The fighters are ready. They are picking up now. It looks like it's going to be a women's strawweight matchup, which is always a good contest.
Yeah, maybe we'll get a Thug Rose pick here. And it looks like you want J-check for Dr. Kofifi, so definitely look for him to keep it on the feet. And Rose Namajunas for Double Matt. So very interesting fight at the women's strawweight division. Our 4th fight of the night at ESFL 18. In our co-main event, let's talk about that before we kick off this fight. It's Kinetic Energy. If you're a fan of Kinetic, he's fighting in the co-main. He'll put his 6-1 record on the line versus Kingpin version 2. So, I mean, that's a big fight. And that's going to be a welterweight fight. So stick around, and a lot more other fights we'll talk about a little later on.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, Pryor is going to try and defend that belt tonight. Our newly crowned champion, crowned last week. Great performance by him, taking out Lemus, and you know, the fact that we have both former champions on the card as well as the champion defending tonight just goes to show, man, that you know, those guys are going to be watching that main event. They're going to be watching everything Pryor does, hoping to step in there, reclaim that belt. I know Kinetic wants his belt back badly, so, you know, it's going to be a heated night of fights. There's some great fights, but we're still moving through the card here. Like you said, 4th fight of the night, and Double Matt and Dr. Kofifi. Now, Dr. Kofifi, here he is only 1-1. You know, he's relatively new here at ESFL, and he's ranked 55, so he's got plenty of opportunity to keep that record clean, move up the rankings here. And he did go with that Yuana pick, so as long as he doesn't blow himself out, he should be okay. But it's going to be about the movement and the setup of those takedowns from Double Matt. Here he is, you know, ranked number 35, bit of a vet here at ESFL, 2-5, so not had the best outing recently, but he has a lot of tricks, knows how to win. And he has been working on his game here, so this should be a good fight. You know, Double Matt always up for a fight, always looking to prove himself, and Dr. Kofifi 1-1 trying to tear through those rankings on his way up here, D.
And here we go, ESFL 18, our 4th fight of the night. Very interesting, this one. A Rose Namajunas pick, a Joanna J-check pick, and maybe the 3rd fight. Here we go, Billy.
Yeah, I want to see what Double Matt's been working on here. Chopping down that low kick nice and easily here, and he's got a little bit of a footwork advantage, so if he is looking to take it down, which we know he is, it's all about how he sets it up and how he goes from it. Probably going to look to use the clinch, I'd imagine, here, because the shots of Rose aren't exactly brilliant. He has that nice single leg in here, but Dr. Kofifi also really looking nice and calm, and there's that single leg double jab into it, runs the pipe, and beautiful work already here, D.
We're in a half-guard situation, goes right to side control. Now let's see if he waits for a denial. No, he gets the denial there. Dr. Kofifi moves to sprawl now. And let's see what Double Matt wants to do. Does he want to try to get a submission, score some points early on? Or is he comfortable here?
Yeah, the grapple advantage is all in the favor of Kofifi here, so you know, I don't think we've really seen much of Kofifi's ground game. Oh, beautiful job with the transitional reversal right here. And now Double Matt's on the back, gets denied. Eats 2 elbows, 3 elbows here. Stammer's halfway down, sits back to half guard, but this is not good here for Double Matt early on his back. Dr. Kofifi with that top position, fakes the transition and gonna try and sit nice and heavy with this top pressure here, D.
Yeah, and it all came back to that sprawl position, Bailey, and we saw Double Matt in the sprawl position. Might have just waited too long, and now he's going to get mounted. And if you sit in the sprawl position for too long, the GA will go to the other fighter, and it'll be for an easy reversal.
Yeah, you got to transition quick. It's almost though you don't want to transition quick because that's what they're expecting. So everyone's always ready with that denial when you try the transition in there. But like you said, if you wait too long, they're going to get that GA anyway. And Double Matt just trying to land the same side head kick, doesn't get it off. Kofifi trying to work that block here, landing a nice little 4-punch combo through it. Trying to just break it down systematically. The 1-2 coming through. Double Mat unable to land his own jab first. Eats a left hand on the way out. And Kafifi mixing it up now. Leg kick coming from the outside. And Kafifi is doing a good job reading the right shots at the right time. Got to be careful not to blow the stamina out. Trying too many 4-punch combinations here because that will wear you out. But doing a good job working the block. And the leg kick's coming through here as well.
Yeah, Kofifi. Oh, gotta watch out for that head kick. Kofifi looks like the aggressor here on the feet. And it looks like he said Double Mat wants to get another single leg takedown. He did a great job to get the single leg earlier, but he just made that sprawl mistake. Yeah. But here we are. We're back in a single collar situation. He's got a minute to work.
This is a flying jab.
Is this a flying arm?
He does. It's a 3-stage submission here. Going to two gates. He's got that far left escape, but sits on it for too long. And now going for 3-way out. He should get it. But yes, double jabs into the single collar. And you know, Kafifi for a knee to the body. I know Double Mat's going to look to make that read, so next time he gets that single collar, got to block that knee to the body. But now looks like he's been a lot more patient on the ground here, not trying to rush, and sits up here for a guillotine. Let's see if he can get it. Pushing 3-way escapes again. This is pretty early on in the fight. Kafifi looks like he's going to get out of it, no problem, but he does sit here to stage 3. There's only not enough time left in the round anyway here, dude.
Yeah, I think just trying to score some points there and maybe try to get the pattern down of this opponent so maybe later on in the fight he can lock the submission. I mean, that's one of the tactics I use. You just got to lock it in, see which directions they want to go. You know, people like to do the same thing. People like routines, right? So maybe that's what he was trying to do, but on the feet there, definitely a big round for Dr. Kofifi.
Yeah, the power of that leg kick when you just walk into it like that's not good. There's a 2-3 and then another nice leg kick coming up here on the far side. So you know, Double Mat did do a great job just initiating the grappling, very clean, gets a single leg takedown, got the clinch up there twice as well, but just need to be careful of those leg kicks and be careful on the entries because he was kind of running into those 1s and 2s a little bit as well there, but I'm sure Double Mat will be able to find another way in here, but maybe Kafifi will keep punching on the outside. We're going to see.
This is ESFL 18, our 4th fight of the night. Here we go, our 2nd round between Double Mat and Dr. Kofifi. Thug Rose and Joanna JJ.
Yeah, Double Mat, I mean, like we said, a vet here at ESFL and definitely has a unique style. Is going to be looking to grapple, take it down. We don't have too many grapplers here at ESFL, but he's working some good head kicks in here. And Kafifi here looks like, you know, we've not seen much from him, but definitely loves to break that block with high volume. With 1s and 2s, nice short stamina draining strikes. Good job with the ground out to the body, but Kafifi's going to be working that block and doing a good job, you know, systematically breaking through it. And Double Mat really looking for that same side head kick here today, D, and gets it again there.
Yeah, he's looking for that straight head kick, that quick combo. He's getting success on a nice body kick there, but his bread and butter definitely coming from the grappling department. And look at how quick these strikes are coming from Dr. Kofifi. Yeah,
Fifi really putting that pressure on here, just unrelenting, keep moving forward. And Double Mat's probably going to look to double jab into that single leg here as well at some point. You know, he's been looking for it, planting his feet, so probably a grapple, a clinch attempt coming out here as well. But Fifi's going to read that, you know, he's got to be a little bit more crafty than that. As soon as someone's planting their feet, you know, you half expect a clinch or a takedown attempt to come out. So Double Mat's got to time it nicely, maybe throw a 1-2 to the body or a double jab and make his way in. But at the moment, he's now getting caught on the outside, needing a couple too many shots. Double in here with 1-2 and in to the single leg. Once again, running the pipe. Beautiful job on these takedowns here, Dave.
Yeah, a very good job to get the takedown. He's been doing a good job getting in to get a grapple in general, actually. Let's see what he can do here. He's got 2.5 minutes to work. He's in a guard. He's got to posture up. Now he's just got to watch out for the quick escape here from Dr. Kofifi.
Great job with the body head right here. Ooh, it doesn't sit out to this. And now we have a guillotine attempt coming out from Kafifi. Stamina advantage in the way of Kafifi, but the defensive jiu-jitsu skills of Mama Yunus are going to be just too high stat-wise, I think, to let that happen.
Double Mat does have time to work here, bailing. He's going to move right to side control. And now we're back in this sprawl position. Is he going to wait? How much time is he going to take? The GA is just now building up for his opponent, and he's going to get to the over-under with ease.
Yep, and now here we see into the double unders here. Double Mat will go to that full time. They're going to watch out for some submissions here as well. Fakes the outside trip. Nice little knee to the body. Kafifi's got to be careful here. Knows that single collar, that sub's coming out. Double Mat's going to look to deny or maybe even block, get a little bit of stamina advantage, but just going to go for it anyway. No! Beautiful job with the whip and 2 knees to the body.
Ooh, really switch it up there, and that's how you work those knees. I haven't seen them a lot, and great job by Double Mat. He's really doing good in the clinch, but he needs to get there right now because he's got a lot of pressure coming at him with Dr. Kofifi.
Yeah, Double Mat doing a really good job of throwing them same side kicks off that 1-2 you know, the head kicks, the leg kicks coming in here as well. And now we're starting to see the power, the pace of that Kafifi's been trying to keep. You know, all those shots are trying to break that block, starting to, you know, not work in his favor here. Stamina's moving down almost halfway, and Double Matt, you know, definitely got the stamina advantage going to this third round, D.
Yeah, and you did see it kind of, everything he's throwing. Dr. Kofifi not letting up in this fight at all, so a stamina advantage is going to be a factor here in the third round. Double Matt will have that. An interesting round for sure. Hard to score. Very, very hard to score, Bailey.
Yeah, I would agree. I mean, the first round was close as well. Definitely a very well matched fight, I think. You know, number 35 taking on number 55. You know, we have about 100 or so players in these Xbox rankings, so you know this is middle of the table, and definitely an even matchup. You know, definitely well put together by the matchmakers. This one, grappler versus striker, both looking at a chance to prove themselves. And you know, Double Matt, he is 2-5 at ESFL, but showing his veterancy here. You know, he's putting up a good fight, working his game plan and getting it off. And Fifi, you know, desperate to get another win here.
And here it is, the third and final round. The fourth fight of the night, Double Matt taking on Dr. Kofifi. It's a tough one to score, so this is going to be very, very interesting. And we see it right off the bat, the forward pressure of Dr. Kofifi.
Yeah, still coming forward and ended that last round pretty low on the stamina here. Double Matt needs to jab to create some space here if he's trying to get out that way. Leaning back like that's going to get him caught. You have to watch that head kick as well, because Kofifi might make that read. Though we haven't seen any head kicks from Kofifi, but this is where Kofifi wants him. Round the cage here. 1, 2, 3 into it, and Double Matt lands a left hook. Fifi still trying to come forward, that forward pressure. There we see that lean we talked about. He's still going to eat that jab. Got to do something here. He's got knees to the body. He cannot just keep walking back like this. And there we go. Beautiful job. Double jabs in. It's that full tie clinch here. And now we know he's going to be looking for that arm bar. He needs to get a block off or something here. The whip. This time for Fifi, who lands it beautifully here. And now Double Matt is slightly rocked, but recovers.
A little taste of his own medicine there. 3 minutes, 30 seconds to go here in the third and final round. Some rocks early on, some clinch work. And, oh, nice look right there.
Yeah, gets on the outside of that 1-2, that left hook coming past there. Kofifi putting on that forward pressure, and I think he realizes there's 3 minutes left in this round. I think we're going to finish with enough stamina. Oh my goodness, the lead head kick block, but still gets the stuff on the takedown, D.
Yeah, and just like I thought, you stand up. When you get a denial like that, you do not want anything to do with the ground and top rows, and this is why. Look at the work on the feet. 2.5 minutes left. The block is going down. Yeah,
and this is getting interesting, and Double Matt now falling into the same patterns that we see a lot of fighters do. He's just going straight back. He needs to plant. He can't just keep running away. Oh my goodness. And there's the deny he's been looking for. And now into the armbar. It's a two-stage submission. He's trying to get 2 days out here. He's going through here the first stage. He's going to have to block this final transition. He's up. No! Doesn't get it.
Oh my goodness, that was it. That's what he had to do. That's why he wanted the Muay Thai clinch. You know, he was getting them in single collar, but they were 3-gators, and this was a 2-gator in the Muay Thai clinch. A great job by Kofifi. Pressure on him. Look at the pressure with the forward pressure.
And Double Matt just standing there long enough now, and this is a bad spot. Full tie against the cage against Iwano. This is bad to be, but it's going to get that off nice and easy. Going to have to get a knee in there to stop the transition. Doesn't do it. And now just another transition comes straight through. Good job denying and blocking here. The full tie is going to come out. And oh, a knee. And it gets through. You've got to be careful here. Double Matt cannot just keep going straight back with that head flick right there. He's going to get chased down. Iwano's too long, too fast, and has too many combos. Again, tries to get the takedown off that blocked head kick. Didn't work earlier and doesn't get it again, D.
The final 40 seconds, Bjorn. You got to thank Double Matt. Losing this round might be down on the scorecards right now. He's going to have to try and go for broke. And this is the problem when you try to go for broke.
Yeah, he's that left hook here. He's just doing a little bit too much backwards work. And Dr. Kofifi's low on stamina right there. And Double Matt's still running away. He needs to stand and plant. He's got 10 seconds left. Slip under with an uppercut or do something. But this might be the end of the fight right here. The health stat is super low. Pushed against the cage and elbow. Wisely transition there. And it will go the full distance here, D.
Our first decision of the night, explosive round. Oh, we got, looks like Double Matt's put his hand up, thinks he's won this fight. But we'll go get the official word from this one.
I don't think he can control that, Dave. You know, I don't think he can control that.
Judge 1 scores this contest.
It's a split decision. Oh my goodness, it's tense.
Judge 2 scores it, 9:28. Yunus. And Judge 3 scores it, 9:28.
Oh.
Declared the winner by split decision.
There was a 30-27 in there.
I could see a 30-27.
Yeah, a great fight though, nonetheless. Dr. Kofifi getting the win here. by split decision. So our fourth fight of the night will go to Dr. Kofifi. Double Matt will move to 2-6. And Dr. Kofifi going to 2-1.
I'm just looking at the trainers lifting her up there. Like, is that Chad Mendes carrying her around there? What's he doing? Great fight,
well,
though.
He hasn't fought. That's what he's doing these days.
That's what he's doing these days. He's coming back. Mendes is coming back.
Oh, yeah, he is back. Yeah.
I want to see how he fits into that 145.
Actually. He's fighting in Boise.
He is. It's going to be good. Anyway, back to the actual fight that just went on. Great little fight there. Like we said, Double Matt always coming in, always showing up, always competitive, and it was super duper close in the end. You know, Double Matt got his entries, he got his takedowns, he got his sub attempts, and you know, it could have ended another way. He was so close to victory, one little flick away, and just unable to get it. So that really could have gone either way at the end of the day. Double Matt just, you know, putting on a good performance, and so did Dr. Kofifi, just that constant forward pressure. And by the end of the fight, you know, the health stat a little too low, the block a little too low, and not much that Double Matt could do here. But you know, Double Matt is great at his entries and his takedowns and his clinch attempts, but he's got to do something when he's under that forward pressure, because you can't just go straight back. He's got to throw knees, he's got to throw leg kicks, he's got to throw teeps, or he's got to move his head. And if he just goes backwards and tries to get those pull counters off, he's just going to eat those jabs from the longer, faster fighter, and then that's what happened there.
Yeah, Bailey, no doubt. And as we keep going forward on this card, look at these guys, Bailey. I don't know if you're trying to get the next fight, but they're already loading up and got the intros going. I mean, the ESFL family is on tap, ready to go today.
They are. Everyone's very, very excited. We're going to jump straight over. Look.
This man is a kickboxer.
We've already got our intro, so we'll get right into it, I guess. So, like I said, before we get right into it, great performance, Double Matt, Dr. Kofifi. We look forward to seeing you in the next ESFL card. So, our fifth fight of the night. This is at 88th ranked. Trent got banned. 0-2, taking on the 41st ranked THC Scarface, who's 0-1. So both these guys also looking for their first win. A couple guys looking for their first win tonight.
Yeah, and we have to assume, I think, that Trent picked that Luke Rockhold pick. We're going to find out in just a second here, and then we can get our overlay sorted in the back. No, it was the other way around. Okay, so Scarface with the Rockhold pick.
Yes, Scarface, THC Scarface with the pickup. So be interesting to see this one. Both guys looking for the victory. Both guys picking the mostly stand-up fighters. Luke Rockhold will have the grapple advantage.
Yes, definitely the grapple advantage for Luke Rockhold here. And you know, depending on how the fight plays out or what range it's for, you will probably have a striking advantage. But it honestly depends on what Trent can do here. Because if I'm Trent, I'm trying to close that distance, get that 1-2 in, then goes for the question mark kick at that closer range. A brave move by Scarface and choosing not to fight out of that southpaw stance as well, which is kind of strange to me, you know. But Luke Rockhold, when you've got someone coming forward you like Trent is right now, you do have a teep off that front leg. That's going to be very, very key. You do have some big roundhouse kicks to the body as well that you want to use, and they have that outside leg kick, which he's going to have to employ to keep that forward pressure off him, because Trent is marching forward right now.
Yeah, no doubt. Oh, you got to watch out for that head kick there. And yeah, Trent making sure THC is back against the cage here, working that jab. And nice uppercut hook combo right there. So.
Oh, beautiful. He's preloading these here, Dylan. He is kicking off nice and fast here. One rear uppercut into the left hook. Nice little unorthodox combo as well. It's not easy to preload that one. Gets it straight down the middle. And Scarface has to be careful right now. This is where he needs to start making space. Got to rip the body. Got to land that lead hook to the body. Got to land that teep. And I've had, you know, similar situations when I've been fighting a couple of other players that we have ranked here at ESFL, and I pick up Rockhold and I see who I'm fighting, and I'm like, great, I have no way to get this guy off me. It's very difficult to stop this forward pressure if you're not slipping and moving your head to counter. And if you don't have knees, you only have your teeps, anything like that. Spinning attacks are good as well, but you know, this forward pressure, he's coming out here, and he's got to create the distance. And there's the big roundhouse. That's going to help as well.
Yeah, and he just gets his kick right back, though. As you see, Trent just keeps coming forward with that jab, and it comes up with that uppercut. And look for that again, Bailey. At the fight, I think it's going to be a jab, uppercut, hook, and a good night if the fight continues like this.
Yeah, he got rocked there, looking for that clinch attempt. And you know, Rockhold's a great striker, but only when you can really dictate the pace is how you want to fight it. And tries to trade right there with a low block, and that's going to be it. That's going to be it. Over, nice and quick. Trent, right?
That's how we do it.
Wow.
Our first round knockout of the night. So far, that's our knockout of the night. I mean, or performance of the night. I mean, that's how you get it done, and that's how you get your first win in the ESFL.
Yeah.
So great job, Trent.
Trent 0-2, now moves to 1-2. You know, obviously been away working, serious about being here at ESFL. He's 88 right now in the rankings. You know he's going to move up. I feel almost bad for Matty Ice because he's got a lot to deal with now. We've got 100 players in these rankings. Got to pay attention to the little guys right here. Like Trent got banned, but 0-2 moves to 1-2, and that was a good performance. You know, a good solid performance. Only through hands though. You know, we didn't really see much of his game or well-roundedness, but that's all he needed to throw tonight. Nice and good on the intercept, short strikes, and preloading. A lot of nice combos here. But Scarface, you know, Luke Rockhold is a great pick. But if you're fighting a pressure fighter, you know you can't just move back like that. You got to create your own space. Even if it's just simply by jabbing backwards, you know you can move away in 1-2. But if you actively move backwards and press that jab button, that's when you get that extra distance the developer was put in there. But only if you're moving straight back. So just knowledge of little techniques like that is going to help create those extra bits of space when he needs them. And he's got to start incorporating those teeps there. He went for that question mark kick, landed it a few times, but the preload on that and the vulnerability is a lot higher than a normal, say, you know, lead head kick, which Rockhold does have. So mixing up your attacks, your elevation of your attacks, and creating distance with those strikes is really something that he can work on there, especially if he's going to pick fighters like Rockhold or anyone that has, you know, those long styles and without those spinning attacks and those knees to stop that forward pressure.
And that's why the ESFL family loves you, Bailey. And the virtual striking analysis from you is fantastic. And you just say it perfectly, man. Trent coming out, and that's with the game and the patch the way it is right now, to come out and finish a guy in the first round, it's very, very tough. And I mean, without blowing your load and trying to finish a fight with no stamina in the third round, Trent just, man, he was picking his shots, and it was with that jab, uppercut, hook, jab, uppercut, hook. Caught him every time. Very quick. But before we get into this next fight, Bailey, we have been going to fight. If we can take a quick look at the card here, I just want to briefly hype up some of the guys we're going to be seeing later tonight. We've talked about Prioxis, Mr. Chicken, Kingpin, Kinetic. Let's talk about EK Preacher taking on Lemus Khan. Okay, Lemus Khan was the previous champion. He's 6-2. He's taken on EK Preacher, who's 4-2. So that's a big fight. Is that a #1 contenders fight, or is it the Kinetic fight that's a #1 contenders fight? We don't know. So that's huge. And then we got Prodigies, NWO Lexar, and then the brand new Mac fight I wanted to talk about, taking on NWO Lessons. Brand new Mac Balian, #1 in UT on Xbox right now, ranked 16th in this league, and he's taking on NWO Lessons, a streamer. And he plays quite a bit. That's probably one of the biggest fights I'm excited for tonight as well.
Yeah, and you got to feel for people like Brand New Mac, because it is the middle of the night where he is right now. You know, so he's got to get up for this fight and play at the middle of the night. So you know he's going to bring his game. That is a very, very important matchup to shake things around at the top of the card, the top of the rankings right there. But I think you pointed out there, Kinetic and Lemus Khan, Preacher and Kingpin, everyone involved in that little 4-man system, you know, I think, like you said, we don't know who's going to get the next title shot after this one, and really it's probably on tonight and the performance they put on tonight. So you got to believe they're looking to put on the best performances they can to try and stake their claim at a shot at that title. So yeah, it's all going to be on the performances, so you can expect fireworks at the top of that card. And we are just moving over now. Old Agony, Bone doing work. We're going to move over to the left-hand side of the card after this one. We got a couple more fights coming up for you guys. 8 more fights coming up tonight. And we'll just take a quick look right here just to let you guys know about the upcoming events coming your way as well. Don't forget that we do have our Watch Your Shoes invitational tournament coming up. Right, it's going to be a $150 cash prize, the first cash prize we've done here at ESFL. That is coming up on Friday, May 18th. Mark the date. It's going to be 3 days, best of 3, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. We're going to get all our commentators in here, and we're going to close it out on Sunday. I believe me and D are going to be doing that. Friday, we have Bruce Lee Rob coming in here, and we're going to mix some things up. It's going to be 3 days of intense action, 3 days of intense ESFLing, and it's going to be back to back to back, so you can be here 3 days in a row, and the winner is going to take home that money, baby. Going to take home that money, D.
Yeah, a lot on the line. I mean, that's what you want. Money tournaments in the ESFL. So not only can you have a belt, you can actually win some cash in this league. So it's great to see sponsors coming through and people putting money towards these kind of events. So I'm very, very excited for that. But nonetheless, our 6th fight of the night. Do you want to get into this one, Bailey, with Old Agony taking on Bone doing work?
Love to get into this one, yes.
It's going to be a featherweight fight. Bone doing work 1-1. He's ranked 54 here in the ESFL on the Xbox side. Agony ranked 31. He's 3-4. So, you know, this is a big fight. A little jump in the rankings there. Agony got a bit better of a record, but hey, it's early. It's still early in the ESFL. We're only still young, so this is going to be a big fight. I'm excited to see who these guys pick.
Yeah, we've been seeing it all night, though. These kind of mid-level guys being matched up against each other, and you know, the majority of the fights have been relatively close, you know, with those matchups. So I expect this one will be 2, but this is another classic case of Old Agony. He's had 7 fights here, 3-4, just trying to break even then and then move his way up the rankings. He is ranked 31, like you said, so he is up there. You know, he's had these high level, high pressure moments. He knows how much you've got to put into these fights, because you only get 1 fight a week, like we said. It's not like you can just redo it or get back in, try to get another one. You got to build up to this fight, you got to train for this fight, and you got to put on your best performance. It's all on the line. So, you know, he's used to that right now. But Bone doing work only had 2 fights. He's 1-1 right now, and it's the same case as who did we have earlier on that's 1-1? Dr. Kovfethi, which I can still not say. He was 1-1, moved to 2-1. So yeah, Bone doing work, gonna definitely look to get hit 2-1. If you get 3-1, you get 4-1. You know, sky's the limit right there.
Yeah, 100%. And Old Agony, a staff member here at ESFL. And I just wanted to present this fight. This fight is actually going to be brought to you by Double Matt. He's behind the scenes here, guys, helping out with the ESFL, putting together a scouting report for guys like me and Bailey and the commentators to do this kind of work. So shout out to you, Double Matt. This fight is for you.
Yes, and if we can, yeah, shout out to Double Matt. Thank you, dude. And if we can just get a quick note maybe to our fighters to just change those audio settings. We do have Mr. John Anik doing the call here as well. And John Anik and Joe Rogan. We have D. Martin Bailey in here tonight. I think we're okay. But if we can get the audio settings turned off on the commentary before this fight starts, hopefully we can don't have to have the fight quiet, because we don't want that to be going. But here we are. The Frankie Edgar pickup here for Bone doing work, I believe. So we've got to assume the grappling's coming out.
It's actually for Old Agony. Old Agony took Frankie Edgar, sorry.
Oh, he did?
Is that what you said?
No, you are correct. They both have 4. No, they don't. Right, it's just late at night. Don't worry about it. You are correct. Old Agony, and Old Agony loves to box as well here, so that makes more sense to me. Bone doing work. Gonna have that Max Holloway pick. Gonna have the range advantage here and a whole variety of strikes. I love playing Holloway because of all of those different strikes you have access to. You've got knees, you got spinning attacks, you got teeps, you got head kicks. You just got a whole method of destruction. You can fight in any direction and at any angle. So he'll be able to deal with any forward pressure Old Agony might be able to bring.
So this is our 6th fight of the night. It's going to kick off with Max Holloway, Frankie Edgar, Old Agony, Bone doing work, ESFL 18. It's D. Martin Bailey.
Am I hearing 2 fights at the same time right now?
Is that what's going on?
Well, if you're getting some delay on the audio, then it might just be me as well.
I think it might just be delay on this audio. It is kind of awful, to be completely honest with you.
Let's turn it right down, just so we don't have it distracting us. Anyway, this whole fight has been kicking off in front of us. We haven't even the time to commentate. Bone doing works, rocking Old Agony twice right there with a straight right down the middle. Old Agony, why is he trying to grab that clinch? Unable to do it, and then returning roundhouse kicks to the body here. Both fighters, this is just kicked off straight away here, dude. We've been thrown for a loop.
Yeah, there's a lot of action going on a minute in. I mean, Old Agony took some shots there, but look at him come back, misses an overhand. And Bone doing work. He's got the range here. He's just trying to pick his shots now. He's got a couple rocks, but we all know Frankie Edgar. He's got the heart and he's got the chin, so he's right back in this fight.
Yeah, and Bone doing work, really taking advantage of that range here, and the straight right that he's going to be able to throw straight down the pipe for Holloway. It's such a beautiful technique. You can throw it moving in any direction. You can follow up with 3 more strikes if you need to off that straight right. So it's a beautiful technique, and he's going to be able to really control the distance and the pace, and he's doing it right now. He's leading with it right here. Overzealous a little bit on those elbows, and Old Agony trying to wisely take advantage of return the forward pressure, trying to get that lead head kick up there. You don't see that with Frankie Edgar every day, but he needs to move forward a little bit here, and there we go. Old Agony trying to slip his way in. I was just going to say he needs to close the distance and get on the inside, and obviously Bone does not want that to happen.
Oh, nice 4-piece combo there, leading off with the jab. Yeah, Bone doing a great job here. He's moving back, avoiding strikes, and then getting a 1-2 in there, just like that. Nice job here by Bone. 3 minutes into this fight.
Yes, indeed. Yeah. I'll get. Oh, beautiful jump at the front kick.
Did you see that?
Oh my
Little delay on my
goodness.
end, but man, that was a quick kick.
Yeah, this fight's a little jumpy all over the place, but yeah, that front kick straight down the pipe is a beautiful technique, and you can stop a hell of a lot of forward pressure with it. I was gonna say, we don't really see many front kicks and many teeps coming out. I'm sure we may towards the end of the night. They are fantastic techniques, and that's just another thing you have as Holloway. You know, you got all the sweeps, all the reversals from these ground positions, and you also have all of the strikes on your feet. So Holloway not good just for his stats, but literally for the variety of techniques you can throw, including that front kick went straight down the pipe, caught Old Agony moving forward.
And here we go. A minute left. We've got a full guard situation. He's gonna eat some elbows here from the bottom, but might look for a posture up. Get a stack guard. Nope, just pulled right back down. Nice patient ground game right here. I enjoy watching this, Bailey.
I was going to say, yeah, Old Agony definitely being super patient on the bottom, just landing the elbows. And I don't know if Bone's strategy is just to sit here till the ref stands him up because he's not even trying to transition. But foot on hips here for Old Agony, tries to go for the overhead sweep, doesn't get it. And Bone doing work, just content here to just maybe posture up, land a few strikes. Old Agony is losing a bit of stamina here, but that round is over. I think we're going to get the audio change coming through right now. No, just a stat looking. Okay, don't worry, ignore me.
Oh, and there's that kick like you talked about,
kick.
Right to the teeth. And
that
could have been over right there. He just got his guard back barely. Look at that. It was from an overhand, too. So that was the double damage right there.
Yeah, beautiful job with the front kick straight down the pipe. And that's another reason why the teeps are so good. You know, you can work the body with that teep for all day, keep that forward pressure, and then you can come up top with it. Straight down the middle. It's a lot harder to see, a lot harder to read. And I just don't think people throw enough of these techniques here. I don't think people throw them enough.
Especially now, you're right, because now that the latest patch, you can't slip body kicks like that anymore. So, I mean, you'll always be able to kick the guy back if he doesn't grab your foot. So, I mean, it's a great technique, especially for a guy like me if you want to kick the guy back and put him against the cage and shoot that double leg takedown. But here we go, the second round. It's our sixth fight of the night. Old Agony taking on Bone, doing work in the featherweight division.
Yeah, let's see if we have a little bit of a better connection. Just moving into this round. Old Agony again, trying to put that forward pressure on, get Bone against the cage. And Bone's doing a really good job of fighting from all the different ranges here, which is great. You know, he's coming forward that forward pressure, but then when Old Agony's trying to step in on him, he's doing a good job fighting going backwards here. And Old Agony's just trying to close the distance and get hands on Bone doing work. And it's a lot easier said than done right now. And it's kind of hard for us to see this fight a little bit here. We are kind of jumping all over the place here. We do apologize for this one, guys.
Yeah, no, the connection not the best on my end either, so probably all the viewers experiencing it. But here we go, another straight right again. He's got him against the cage. Now, can he get that block down, and can he knock him down to the mat?
Yeah, we've been calling for that straight right since the start of this fight, and there it is, right down the pipe right there, and boom, straight down there as well. It's a beautiful thing that Holloway has, and you can really, like I said, throw it from any direction. Comes out so fast. There's the front kick again, and drops him, and I think that's going to be all she wrote. The head stat just way too low for Old Agony, and yeah, there we go.
Oh my goodness.
Front
you
kick.
Gotta use it more. Just listen to Balian. Just listen to Balian.
I am smart.
Oh my god, I am smart. What a finish though. My goodness, man. Bone doing work. That's the second time he caught him. And was he going for a punch here? Yeah, another overhand. Caught him with the second overhand again. I mean, the timing on that, well done. Bone doing work will go to 2-1, so he'll move right up those rankings. Old Agony will go down a bit and move to 3-5.
Good job. I mean, just fought from everywhere. I like that from Bone. That's 2-1 from Bone. You know, we can see him move up, maybe get some better opponents, try and challenge himself a little bit, but definitely just working from all angles, you know, and that's what we want to do with Max, and throwing a whole variety of techniques as well.
I mean, that could be up for KO of the night as far as I'm concerned. I mean, that was the second time he hit it, and it wasn't like he was out there spamming the same punch over, or the same technique over and over again. He was just timing it well, and both times catching his opponent, Old Agony, on the overhand. But Old Agony will be back, so shout out to Old Agony, ESFL staff member. Appreciate what you do around here. So he'll be back. We know he'll be back.
Yeah, for sure. And yeah, like you said, like he threw it twice, it landed twice, and he dropped him twice. He definitely no spamming of that technique. Beautiful timing, and well played, and caught 2 overhands with it as well. Just a nice counter to that technique, and just instant dropped him. I mean, it finished the fight. It was beautifully done.
Yep, and I'm just going to go over the victories before we get into our next fight of the night. We saw Uncle Ninja take on Chamber in our first fight. Chamber, the newcomer, on short notice, filled in for that fighter Q that was supposed to be his first fight. But nonetheless, Chamber's getting a KO win in that fight. Our second fight, It's Not Karate, took on EK Elitis. The EK Elitis coming up with a win in that fight with a third-round KO. And then we saw Romero 420, the vet here in the ESFL, take on Dope Boys Fresh. Romero gets a win, a third-round KO win there. Double Bat taking on Dr. Kofifi. We saw Dr. Kofifi win that decision. And then Trent Got Banned came out with a first-round Fury knockout over THC Scarface. So he'll go to 1-2. And then our last fight right there, Old Agony with Bone doing work. And which brings us to this moment. Hammer Fist, version 2. He's taken on, I believe this is Alien 540. Alan 540, sorry. Who's 0-1. Hammer Fist 3-5.
Yeah. This is not the best connection for this fight. You know, same kind of similar as the last one. I mean, maybe if we're not...
Is this a painting?
It looks kind of oily, I guess, but maybe it will clear up. We never know. But yeah, we can't really see
we might
names.
have to talk to the executives here, Billy. And I don't know about calling one of these fights. Well, we can give it maybe a minute here or two. But this will be our 7th fight of the night. Hammer's fought some tough guys. I know he's fought Anza, and some of these losses. He's got 5 losses, but I mean he's not losing to no names. That's for sure.
Oh yeah,
and it's going to be a bantamweight fight. A bantamweight fight. So Hammer, ranked 32, taking on Allen 540, who's the 75th ranked fighter here in the ESFL. This will be a bantamweight fight. Hopefully the quality is watchable here. Hopefully we get to see what happens.
Yes, indeed. And this is another sort of case that we've had tonight of the changing of the guard. Really, you know, we've got Hammer, who, you know, 3-5, 8 fights. This is his 9th fight in the ESFL. He's 32. He's up there on the rankings, and this is, you know, the 2nd fight right now for Alan. So it's changing the guard. We can see what happens. You know, will the young guy take out the vet?
Here we go, man. This is going to be a tough one to call, but nonetheless, we will call it. Hammerfist taking on Alan 540. Bantamweight fight, 7th fight of the night here at ESFL 18.
Yeah, straight into the single collar clinch already here, and I believe that is a Demetrius Johnson grabbing that leg grab wisely, just dropping, you know, Cody straight to the ground here. This is good plan by Hammerfist. You know, he likes to employ that ground and pound. You can tell by the name, guys, and get straight in there. I didn't know if Alan was expecting it, but he tries to sit that half guard straight away. Gets denied. He's got half stamina here, and it is going to get a little difficult for us to see what's happening here. And definitely not the best connection on this stream. It's more pixels than it is video right now, but we can kind of make out quite, you know, the FPS isn't bad, but we are getting lag spikes now as well.
Yeah, it also reminds me of that fight when we had Gameplay Dev, and I believe he was taking on Hammer as well, and in that fight it was much like this, and then it froze, and then next thing you know, Gameplay Dev was knocked out. So I'm not sure if it's a Hammer connection issue or what, but this might be the worst fight in ESFL history, really.
Yes, but he's managed to get 8 of them so far, so, you know, it can't be that bad.
Quality-wise.
But we'll see. I mean, Alan definitely is going to want to keep this on the feet against Hammer. He's going to get that leg grab off here again. You can kind of tell before it even happens, but no, goes into the full tie. It's a good position to be in because you can throw, and if your opponent, you know, tries to get the break, it's easy to block. And there's the elbow over the top. Great position to be in because as soon as he transitions from that full tie back, he'll look for that leg grab, and he gets it right there. And, you know, Hammer's been all over Alan right now. I don't know if Alan's having any problem dealing with lag. This is certainly a very, very slow fight for us to watch. I'm wondering if the fight is dealing with the same lag as we're seeing right here.
Yeah, no, this is almost undoable here. I'm not sure what the fighters are experiencing. I'm waiting to hear word actually from Z190 if we're going to continue this fight. But we will continue this fight until we hear further words. So a nice reversal here. We got 2 minutes 20 seconds left. It's Alan 540 taking on Yeshan Hammer.
Yeah, we're seeing the fight play out in picture motion right here. At least we're getting a bit of an idea. It's kind of hard to call this one, guys, but good job by Alan. I mean, was that a reversal or did he grab a takedown?
Well, at this point, I'm not really sure, so I'm just gonna guess. I should have just went with it, but it looked like a reversal there. We've been in the same position for what feels like an eternity.
Yes, what feels like an eternity. I'm seeing the stamina bar drop here for Hammer on the bottom, which isn't good here. Let's see if Alan can take advantage, but it looks like he's trying to set that sweep up, and yeah, he got it. Look, you can just about see it. Now he's on top. Posturing up in that full guard, trying to set up that half guard transition, does get it. I thought that would get denied here, and now working from the top here. Stamina not the highest right now, but Alan is on his back, and this is where you want like Cody Garbrandt, really. There's no need to contend on the feet. 94 striking is no joke, and really powerful leg kicks from Cody as well. So if you are trying to, you know, counter fight with Cody, you can go forward or you can go backwards, and here comes some damage from half guard right here, D.
Yeah, a lot of damage done, and we just got word, Bailey, and from Z190, we are going to cut to a quick break actually, and try to get to our next fight because this is just going to be unbearable, I believe, if we continue this.
All right.
So that's the official word. We're going to cut the fight.
All right then. We will update you on the result. You know, we want to bring you a certain level of quality here, and we definitely need to assess. Sometimes in both cases, you know, fighters don't always have the best connection. Something could happen last minute. We don't know these things, D, but we're gonna hopefully get this next fight going.
No, we gave it a try. I mean, that's what we do here at ESFL. We'll give it a try. Maybe we thought, hey, maybe if you give it 4 or 5 minutes, it will come back, but that's not the case. So we'll move on to one of our next fights. And this one I'm really looking forward to. Peyton LG, 1-0 here in the SFL. He's ranked 37th. He's taking on Dazzle, 1-1. So I'm excited for that. And Peyton's up there and ranked on Xbox too. So this
he is up there. The quality of this is it's just incomparable. It looks so clean and fresh right now. Yeah, both fighters are just in the lobby, just waiting for the invite to come out here. It is the next fight. We're gonna get an update, hopefully, on how that fight goes between Hammer and Allen, but we're moving on now. 8th fight of the night here, and don't forget, guys, we did just say it earlier, we're just going to show you one more time. Coming up, Watch Your Shoes Invitational Money Cash Prize Tournament is coming up. It's going to take place over 3 days. Going to be a Grand Prix of sorts, so you're going to be able to see in real time who's winning, who's losing, and who makes it through to that final on Sunday. Is going to be good. We're going to bring you lots of action, lots of fights over the course of those 3 days, so I'm excited for that. So save the date, and fighters are just picking their fighters right now. Opponent isn't here yet, but yeah, I'm going to assume that we're looking at Peyton right now.
Yeah, I believe this is Peyton's stream. So Peyton's ready to go. I believe I'm hearing word from the back that he can't, he's having a hard time getting his opponent to join. So once we get somebody to join, we'll wait for that. But in the meantime, while that gets sorted out, EK Preacher, Lemus Khan, we have 3. All the champions are fighting tonight later. So that's really cool. Lemus Khan was a champion. Kinetic was a champion. And Prioxis is the champion. So all 3 of the ESFL champions are still on the card for later tonight. So virtual fight fans, if you're looking for technical, you know, nice fights, I mean, stick around. It's gonna be awesome. I mean, Calvin's fighting next against Cage Wavy too. So Calvin's always hanging around the streams. He's looking to go to 3-1. He's got a good record. Cage Wavy 2-1. So these fights going forward are all big fights. And we'll talk about that as we get to each fight and their rankings beside their names. So.
Yeah, I think they're just re-inviting now. We'll switch back over to the fight once they've got it going. But yeah, like we said, I mean, these ESFL cards, they're just getting better and better because the stories are developing, the drama is developing, and you know that's what watching a fight is. It's watching a story unfold. You know, a play be performed in front of you. You know, the action, the drama of the fight is always different, and the longer, you know, we have ESFL around, and the more fights we have, and the more cards we have, you know, the greater the drama is, and we're seeing that tonight. You know, we have a new champion in Pry. No one has defended the belt yet. Let's see if he's up to the challenge. Let's see if he can do it. And you know, we have the 2 former champs also on the card, just snapping at these heels, trying to get their shot back at the belt. You know, they want it back, so it can only be good tonight, D. It can only be good.
Yeah, and I just got word that Hammer is actually going to take this fight. So I believe we're going to get Peyton versus Hammer. So that last fight, I believe, just got completely scrapped. Apparently, Hammer was also having connection issues. So he was having issues on his end as well. It just wasn't for the viewers.
Okay, right. Well, you know, we As long as we got a fight, that's all that matters right now. So Hammer's going to take this spot. Okay.
I wanted to actually talk to you when you were talking about the drama in the ESFL. I was on Twitter, I believe, earlier today or the day before, and we're talking about our main event. It was EK Mr. Chicken. He had a tweet that was retweeted by the Chicken Coop, okay? The Chicken Coop. He's got another account out there called the Chicken's Coop, retweeting his own EK Mr. Chicken's tweet. So, yeah, like you said, it's getting interesting. The SFL is heating up. And it's going to meet ahead tonight is Mr. Chicken, who talks a lot of talk, taking on Pry. And for those in the chat, it is Pry's birthday, so wish him a happy birthday. Please wish him a happy birthday.
And Pry has just looked really, really almost untouchable, not unstoppable, just untouchable. Following these patches, it's definitely helped implement his game, and I think he has a very realistic style of striking, but a lot of his head movement and footwork is really based on real life movement, and I think that's what plays to his advantage, and he's definitely started to show more and more as these patches have come out. He's able to create more space, more distance, and implement his game plan, and it's going to be hard. It's going to be hard to beat him, especially tonight. But Mr. Chicken, he's 4-0. What can you say, man? He's been blowing through some competition. He hasn't lost yet. One of the only undefeated fighters left in the ESFL, especially with a record that high. So people have been waiting for this fight for so long. I know many people wanted to get it. Everyone was chomping at the bit asking for this fight, and with Mr. Chicken, that is, and he gets his title shot, man. He gets his title shot against the champion, and we're going to see what happens.
And Bailey and I believe we're actually ready for this next fight. They are lined up and ready to go.
Yes, we are. It looks
so
like,
what it will be Hammer and it will be Peyton. So we have taken the last two fighters and put them together in this. It will be a 3-round tilt. So Hammer, the 35th rank or 32 rank versus 37. So this fight actually does work out in the rankings.
A sandwich of two great fighters here. Yes, Hammer, of course, Warhammer, great name, obviously, great tabletop board game as well. Well, not really a board game, but there we go. We'll be taking on Peyton here. Like you said, two guys who are in the middle of the rankings, and look at Peyton right here. He's 1-0, and he is up there. He's number 37. I mean, that just shows the potential. We do obviously rank them based on who you've beat, as well as what your record is. So Peyton with 1-0, he's up there because he took out, I can't remember who he fought. I'm sure we can grab that information, but his debut performance was very impressive, and let's see, high hopes for this gentleman as he debuts again here. Well, it's his second fight. Trying to move to 2-0, but Yeshua Hammer 3-5, like we said, a real vet, and he'll be looking to grapple if I know him, but we're just waiting for him to hit that A button so we can get this fight going.
Yeah, and with a pick like Brian Ortega, you always got to watch out for the 2 gate submissions. I believe he's got a rolling knee bar or a flying triangle choke. He's got a flying triangle choke, I believe, from over-unders or double under actually. So a lot of flying stuff, anything on the ground. If my fight in the ESFL, way back when we fought Bez Pravel, I won with an easy. That guard is dangerous.
That was good.
It's a very dangerous thing to play against. You do not want to be, and Brian, you do not want to be in that guard at all. So my advice for anybody in this game that gets stuck in a guard, just go left or right and get out of that situation. Do not stick around in a 2-gators guard. But here we go. This is the fight we've been waiting for about 15 minutes. We got Peyton LG versus Hammer Fist version 2.
Yes.
Can't wait for this one, and it's going to be a classic one, I believe. You're going to look for, like you said earlier, Hammer's going to look to get that single leg takedown or a clinch, and watch for Peyton to just, be an all-around fighter at this point, with especially a Max Holloway. Here we go, 8th fight of the night.
Yeah, definitely. I think that's what we should be in for, a striking treat with Peyton, who is a patient striker. You can see it already. Look, he's not even... Oh, God, eats a 1-2. Lead hook to the body. Yes, just stepping straight in there. Already had a little bit of a warm-up. Ready to go. Just banging straight down the pipe. And, oh, God, standing and trading. Both fighters not even moving off the spot here. Peyton, we're going to see if Peyton can implement his game. And this is where Hammer loves to be, because he can fake, he can knee. It's easy to deny the break. And if it goes back to the single collar, he's going to look for that leg grab. So this is exactly where he wants to be. And here comes that leg grab. Oh no, doesn't charge it. The outside trip and set. All right.
The outside trip, exactly where he wants to be. He's got a lot of time to work. He's got a dangerous submission artist with a good top game. Max Holloway, pretty good off his back, but you know, the advantage definitely going to go to Brian Ortega and Hammer here. We're back to over under just like that, though. That was quick.
And we're back in the clinch. Double unders in here, and Peyton's got to find a way out. Can't go for those simple breaks.
Flying triangle. Flying
Here
triangle.
comes a flying triangle. It's a two-gator here, D, and this is not good. This is not good. That warm-up's doing him well. He's got into the second stage here. Only one direction pushed. He's going for the ball, but he gets it. How did he get out of that?
Peyton's 1-0 record. He did not want to go to 1-1 here in this spell. He was a flick away.
Dangerous.
From defeat.
Planting his feet right here is Peyton just trying to swing some hooks. Big wide miss, and that's what, you know, Hammer's not going to run into that these days. You know, he'll see that high kick coming. He's not going to just step forward with that jab, closing that distance wisely before throwing those strikes. But there we go, double unders, clinch, takedown against the cage. Now he's got his back here, D.
Yeah, right back to half guard here. We got 2 minutes to work. Hammer's got to take his time. There we go. The best position here in EAUFC 3 for attacking somebody at half guard posture up. A lot of damage can be done. Let's see if he tries to go back there.
And if you're Peyton at this point, you've got to realize that none of these conventional get-up strategies are working. Against a player like this, he knows what the go-to moves are to get out of these situations. And yeah, you got to play it safe. You got to get to your guard. You got to play it safe and work your way up methodically and try and get a little tricky off when you can. But if you're going to try and get those easy get-ups, D, it's not going to work.
Yeah, like for instance, right here, Hammer's going to try to get some punches in. His opponent here
second time
needs to get, Peyton needs to get a couple blocks in before he goes for a transition here.
That's the second time that's been denied here. He's got to make a read on that and realize he's not going to get it off. Hammer doing great work here from half guard, and you've got to get a block off to transition out of here. Peyton's had a real tough time on the bottom here, and now he's taking some big strikes on top. Stamina is dropping here for Hammer, though. Can't keep that pressure up the whole time. Going to let it recover. Fakes. He's going to posture up again here, I think, and look to transition or do more damage from the top.
A lot of head damage done here in that half guard postured up. A great job by Hammer getting to his spots, but you can see the advantage. It's on the ground, all Hammer, but on the feet, Peyton getting his work done. So when we get to this second round here, it's going to be interesting to see how long Peyton can keep it on the feet.
Yeah, I mean, this is just great top pressure this round. And you know, he got that clinch early, and that's all she wrote. Peyton planting as well.
And here we go, ESFL 18 Balian. It's D-Mart. That's my best commentator friend Balian. We're back at it. We still got 5 more fights after this, guys. And Hammer taking on Peyton. This is the match that wasn't supposed to happen tonight. 37th ranked, taking on 32 ranked. Take it away, Bay.
Yeah, for sure. Exactly. The match wasn't supposed to happen, you're right, but yeah, Peyton really just planting and gets clinched again, and there's the single leg. This is not good
with
for
ease.
Peyton.
I mean, Hammer here getting these clinches and takedowns with ease, and we're right back to that half guard posture up spot. Peyton got a couple blocks in here. He might need one. Oh, he's eating a lot of shots. He's got to just get his half guard back here.
Yeah, he does need to. You can tell he's
got to get out of here.
He's got to just go for something, and a risky move. But if I'm Peyton, that's probably the worst transition I could have done, because now you're stuck in the guard of Brian Ortega, and lucky to get that half guard, but he's straight back to guard here. Feet on hips, gonna fake, and there's that triangle attempt, and this is not
Watch
good
out for the
now.
green bar.
Going for there it is. There it is. Oh, 3-stage escape. He's gonna get out.
Oh my goodness, that's the second time he's got out. Peyton's got the heart. Is he going to stand up instantly? Of course he is. Now let's see what he can do on the feet. He's got 2 minutes, 50 seconds to work. He's got to work that jab. Keep him away, but look at that. Just a quick 1-2 in.
Good deny, though.
Nice denial here.
Peyton's up
He's
again.
He's got to get back to his feet.
He's got, halfway through this fight right now. If he can change and win the rest of this fight, he can still win. He's got half of this fight left to try and make something happen here.
And like you said, Hammer just taking his time, looking to get in.
Oh, clinched again. Yeah. Oh my goodness.
It's so easy, but Hammer thinks he can get it too easily almost at this point. He's actually got to take some time once he gets these clinches and set that takedown up a bit better.
Yeah, and I mean, he needs to recognize that that's the strategy right now, and just be wary of the upwards block. There's not been a single shot. It's all been clinch attempts, and Peyton, he can still win this fight. He's just got to land some big shots off here. He's throwing that jab. I would look for that uppercut, but he's just planting a little bit too much, and it's an easy target to clinch when your opponent's not moving. you know, if he was moving in and out, he's got to really make Hammer chase him to lock that clinch on. Good job with the reversal here, but again, you really don't want to be on the top here. You should use that to get up when he does wisely.
Yeah, I mean, that was actually a great job there by Peyton. I'd like to see more of that. Get to his feet quicker and get some offense off. Nice head kick there, or back to the same old single collar again.
Yeah, I think Peyton's got to start moving his feet. I don't think he can just stand here and just try and counter as Hammer walks in, because you know Hammer's not trying to strike in. He's trying to set up that clinch, and if you're standing still, you know it's a pretty easy target for him. And we've seen that over and over again.
And he tries a little taunt there and throws the head kick, misses, and that was an easy round for Hammer. Great job on the ground there. Peyton's actually. He's going to go to the drawing board. Has to come up with something here. Try to keep Hammer away from him. Try to keep him up. Deny a clinch. Get a head kick in after that. Something. Here we go. Third round.
Yeah, third round here, and Peyton's got one more round to try and make it happen. And, you know, Hammer's showing off the ground game. You know, what he's known for here. Beautiful job slip with the outside of that jab. Gets underneath, and there's a deny on the clinch here. Let's see if Peyton can keep this up. He can keep these denies up, keep this going. But no. Nope, straight back in, knee to the body, goes to the over-under, but this is not any better here, into the double underhooks now, and here comes the inside leg trip, probably.
I was thinking of another flying triangle, maybe. Hammer might want to end this fight with flash. I mean, he was seconds away from 2 submission finishes earlier in this fight. Ooh, watch out for the spin kick.
Yeah, he's been doing a good job doing some ground and pound from the top, though. You know, his damage from that half guard position has been consistent, and the taunts have just been non-stop from Peyton, and you know they're really not playing any dividends in this fight, especially when you're looking with the jab into the rear uppercut, left hook lands beautifully, the lead hook, sorry, and now Hammer's backing up, that block is low, and now Peyton urging him on here. He can still take over this round. He's got 3 minutes to work, but the chin stat on Ortega, we know that's high.
Yeah, Hammer's got to be careful. You're right. He's going to get walked down here if he's not careful. But look at him strike back. 1-2 right to the jump.
Yeah, and you cannot sleep on the hands of Ortega either. It's not like Hammer doesn't have striking. He knows how to use it. And he's been doing a good job circling away here into the 1-2, into the clinch, and he's going to grab that single leg in just a second, I imagine.
Nice denial there as he went for the break, tried for the single leg. No, denied again by Peyton. We've seen that about 5 or 6 times. Sean, all he's going to do, Hammer, all he's going to do is to do a 1-2, get the clinch. 1-2, get the clinch. Yeah,
definitely. And, you know, Hammer's been doing a good job implementing that clinch game, that strike, that takedown game as well. And, you know, Peyton's... He's 1-0, but we're beginning to see some holes in the game, you know. And if you do have holes, they are going to get exposed.
Yeah, and I mean, when you're letting a guy like Brian Ortega get a hold of you, I mean, it's only a matter of time before you get submitted if you keep going down this path and ranked championships. I mean, you can't let him, there it is again, like we talked about. You can't let a guy get in on you that easy. Gets an easy denial, gets the trip, and we're back to where we've been for the previous 2 rounds, Bailey.
Yeah, Hammer putting on a good performance tonight, you know, just showing consistency and his ability to get that takedown. Unable to finish with the submission, but I mean, we're going to look at the stats on this one. He must have at least 10 now, and there we go, trying to snatch up that flying triangle.
Can he do it?
He's got 2 stages here to get it off.
You know he wants the 50 G's, baby. He wants that 50 G's, baby. Can he get it, Hammer? For the ESFL Virtual Fight Fans, he locks it.
He's got it. Beautiful finish. Way to finish after that performance, and good to see him, you know, get a fight in. After we had to call his first fight short there as well, based on that lag. And you know, good performance, good finish. Locks in that triangle. And I think that's a much better pick rather than DJ for Hammer's style there. Because once you get that clinch, you know, the threat of Ortega is prevalent everywhere, on top and on the bottom. So as soon as grappling is, you know, entered, doesn't matter where your opponent is, on the top, on the bottom, you still have a chance of just ending the fight.
100%, and Hammer now will go to 4-5. He was the 32 ranked fighter, so that's a big jump for him. And you saw his grappling; it's up there, it's skillful, and he didn't have to win by a. I always think when you pick up Brian Ortega, you're going to get that triangle to armbar switch from guard, but he wanted to work from the clinch. He did a really good job tonight. A couple flying submissions, and then once he got the guy's pattern down, I mean, it's tough. I mean, once you lock in 3 or 4 submission attempts in a fight, you pretty much got the guy's pattern down, and I think that's what Hammer was looking for. So yeah, that's submission of the night right now, Balian.
We are counting these things, of course. Yeah, 100%. 100%. And yeah, just good performance. I'm glad we can get another one in. And that moves us just further up the card. I know a fight you've been looking for is Cage Wavy taking on Calvin. I saw Cage Wavy in the practice room earlier and just working some combos. So I know both fighters are very, very well prepared for this fight. We are way up the card right now. We only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 fights left this evening. We've got this one. Then we're on to brand new Mac. Then we got Prodigies and Lexar. Then we got Preacher and Lemus Khan. Then we got Kinetic Energy and Kingpin. And then the main event, Prioxis, taking on the undefeated Mr. Chicken. It's all up from here. Now things are really starting to heat up.
Yeah, and all the records, when we go through them, you'll notice why we're talking about these guys so highly. And we kick off this one. It's going to be a lightweight. And if Calvin does this and picks my boy, Tony Ferguson, I will love him forever. Calvin, hanging around the Twitch streams. He is a regular. Taking on Cage Wavy. And like I said, Cage Wavy, no joke. It's a 2-1 fighter versus a 2-1 fighter. 21 rank versus 23. Is he going to pick Rafael Dos Anjos? Because if he does, that's Anza's boy. And I love watching RDA fight. So RDA, Tony Ferguson, some of my two favorite fighters. I mean, if these guys are going to pick them, it's going to be fireworks. Fireworks, Bailey.
Fireworks indeed. And looks like it.
I got my wish. Now, this is awesome. I really want to see what Calvin's been working on. I had a couple fights with him yesterday. He looked pretty solid, so expect him to be all around. I want to see some rubber guard action, though. Big fan of the rubber guard.
The rubber guard. Well, yeah, like you said, I mean, both fighters are 2-1. They've never fought each other before. They're both up there in the rankings, number 23, number 21. So a win puts you to 3-1. I mean, that's 4-1's title shot territory. So they could be on the cusp.
Yeah, you're in Cody Dank. They're like Cody Dank territory there. You get to around 3-1. Then you can start asking Cody Dank for a fight or some other big names like that, or the Anzas and stuff like that. So this is definitely a big fight for each guy to move up to the rankings and get that next shot. So all these fights, massive fights. Next one after this, brand new Mac and Lessons. So stick around, Virtual Fight fans. 5 more fights left. A stacked card.
Yeah, stacked is definitely the word I'd use to describe tonight and how the events have gone so far. But I believe this is Cage Wavy here with the RDA pickup. So I think just the best thing about RDA is the pure versatility. You can wrestle, you can fight off your back, you have great submissions, but it's basically the same, like you said, D. With Tony Ferguson here, these are 2 great pickups at this weight class, and both fighters can fight absolutely anywhere. A bit more power for RDA, but a bit more speed here and a bit more range on Ferguson. So, it's going to be a close matchup. It's going to be all in the skill and all in the individual fighters' techniques. Both have knees, both have elbows, both have teeps. Tony's got those spinning attacks. Let's see if there's a full arsenal of strikes coming out here. But also, these fighters both have quite similar styles, so we're going to see how that matchup plays into it as well.
And here we go, our 9th fight of the evening. Calvin Y9 taking on Cage Wavy. It's ESFL 18. Take it away, Balian.
Yeah, and we're going to see how this plays out right here. Calvin just starting to initiate a bit of pressure here, but Cage Wavy, I mean, both fighters are going to look for their openings here. Beautiful 1-2. Preloads it straight to the body, nice and fast, coming off nice and crisp, and then coming back up to the head, and the left hook to the body lands there beautifully. And this is going to be all in the small shots, all in the little strikes that you can land, how you can hurt your opponent. Beautiful job. Rear uppercut into the lead hand. Cage Wavy waited, timed it, and drops him with the jab here as well. Oh my goodness, we're just getting started here, D, and already.
And that's the power you were talking about from RDA. Cage Wavy locked and loaded early on in this fight.
Looking confident, calm, planted, rear uppercut, lead hook, drops him, then chased him down with the jab as well. And Calvin's got to be a little bit more careful on those entries because he stepped in with that jab and that uppercut was waiting for him. Cage Wavy there, losing the stamina. That's when I'd like to see Calvin follow up with some of those kicks, close that distance a little farther, faster, really work that stamina advantage. But man, this is tense.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, I'd like to see him working a 1-2 and then chucking that liver kick. Tony Ferguson has that 3-piece combo. Very, very annoying to deal with, for sure.
Yeah, for sure indeed. And that's what we want to see there from Cage Wavy, that lead hook to the body there. Catching that longer fighter as he's moving out, because you might not be able to catch him with your conventional 1-2, but that lead hook to the body will find a home as he's exiting right there. And Calvin now being a lot more tentative on his entry. Nice little outside leg kick here, sticks a jab to the body. 1-2 coming back up to the top here, and Cage looking to find these openings, and both fighters being very patient here. Calvin definitely learned from his mistakes, staying in the pocket a little too long to eat that uppercut, and now trying to get in and out, but not throwing anything big. It's all 1s and 2s, and there's a nice roundhouse to the body. Cage eats that one there, the double jab coming out. This is a nice fight, good techniques from both fighters here, and you know someone's going to get rocked again in the second, D.
Yeah, and like I said, these two fighters aren't just blowing it all in one combo. They're really picking their shots. It's 1 or 2 shots and out, 1 or 2 shots and out. Minute 30 left. It's our 9th fight of the night. The big one here, 2-1. Calvin taking on 2-1 Cage Wavy.
Yeah, and you've got always a big roundhouse there, and Dos Anjos has those power level rear body kick, the power leg kick, and a beautiful lead hook to the body as well. So those are those really strong moves that you've got an RDA, and Cage Wavy really fighting to the advantage of RDA here, taking full use of those. And I don't know if we'll see this hit the ground, but if it does, I honestly don't know who will have the advantage there. But Calvin's got some great unorthodox techniques. He's got some teeps, and I don't know if he can try and mix up his arsenal here, try and set up a head kick work to throw some techniques, because really Calvin's only really looking for those 1s and 2s right now, and now Cage is trying to slip those as well. So he's starting to get a read on the attack patterns of Calvin, who wisely is playing very cautiously after getting dropped in that first round.
Yeah, no, that rock early on in the first round definitely gave the advantage to Cage Wavy. So yeah, Calvin was kind of timid there towards the end of the round, trying to feel him out. But I think you were right. Cage Wavy might have the bite on him here. Here we go, second round. Cage Wavy take on Calvin.
Yeah, we're going to see Cage is doing a really good job of staying composed, and that's what we see. Calvin's now trying to mix it up. Even if he loses his exchange, at least he's trying to change the elements of his fight. Test where he can win this fight. Test the different waters. The break coming out there, but he got a little knee to the body off here, so wasn't a complete loss. And Calvin just giving Cage some other stuff to think about,
Yeah, he's getting the pattern down right now, and look at this. Yeah. That's what you got to do. Have some forward pressure. Strike first. It's a big thing here in this game, striking first.
Yeah, unless you're what we saw earlier in our first fight of the night with Ninja and Q, you're running into those
precisely.
strikes.
Yes, if you yes, you have to be careful.
But yeah, he did land a jab straight, jab right hook there as well. So like you said, striking first and coming off with those 2 shots and getting that right hand involved and played there as well. And I like how Calvin is just mixing this up, he's throwing Cage off his timing, off his rhythm, and then he was re-entering with some of these other strikes. So let's see if he can get some success as well, trying to whip that right hand in there. But that body kick is open there for Calvin as Cage is planting a little bit and moving backwards. That right body kick is right there, not so much for Cage, who's trying to bang that uppercut in there again. But Calvin's doing a good job of not standing so stationary and wisely not being in the pocket. He's only throwing these 2 shots like you say, D. He's just not there to be hit in the pocket anymore.
Yeah, this is a better job here from Calvin. He's getting in and out real quick. Not taking, too much damage. I said that as he just ate a nasty uppercut. And, yeah, 2-piece combos all day.
Yeah, and that's a nice roundhouse there by Cage. And he's looking to land that uppercut. I like that exit. He's landing that straight left of the body and circling out. But the overhand wisely coming out for Calvin. Now trying to throw some power strikes. Show that he can do damage here. And I feel like the head kick, he can try and set it up here for Calvin. And there's a left hook, drops him. And Cage getting hurt for the first time so far in this fight. And now he's got to rethink his own strategy. He's backing up a little bit here. Trying to work that jab. Beautiful job, comes back with the 1-2. Cage trying to recompose himself. His head is going to regenerate here, but stamina's going to start becoming a factor. And a nice little job for Calvin here. So far we've got this 1 round apiece, D.
Turn of the tide here. You can feel it, Calvin. If you look at the stamina, a bit of a stamina advantage, bit of a striking advantage here in this round. But hey, Cage Wavy does have RDA. He does have that power. So this round's still up in the air.
Yeah, still up in the air indeed. And you just never know how these fights are going to turn out in the end. It could all change at any moment. But Calvin definitely, after throwing some clinch attempts in there, starting to get Cage a little bit off his timing and finding homes for his own strikes there. And beautiful job getting the jump off that left hook. And he was throwing overhands, he was throwing uppercuts and straights as well, and that rear hook. So really mixed up his attack. And Cage Wavy here, we're starting to see that outside leg kick straights coming out quite a lot. And he's also trying to plant and throw that rear uppercut as well. But it's getting a little bit predictable, and Calvin's wise using movement, staying on the outside, making Cage swing and miss right now.
Yeah, great round for Calvin. A great adjustment after that. You know, the first 40 seconds of the fight, he got rocked and put back a bit, but he's adjusted very well. And I believe it's a 1-1 fight going in the third round now.
I think so
I don't
too.
like to say this, but as we do commentate, it's hard to call who wins each round. But I believe it is 1-1. So here we go. We've got 2 2-1 fighters going in the third and final round. It's still up in the air. And look at those punches. Look at that combo.
Both fighters entered the pocket right there, and that's how he got dropped in the first round. He was in the pocket, but I think he had a stamina advisor. He felt the rhythm of the fight and realized he could stay in the pocket and counter. And even though Cage's uppercut landed first, Calvin's did more damage and let him come back with that left hook, which got him to drop.
This ESFL 18, our third and final round between Calvin Y9 and Cage Wavy.
Yeah, what a great fight we have right here. Some head movement being employed by Cage Wavy. It's now about making those adjustments, and their Cage is making them right there. And wisely, just trying to wear some stamina down from Calvin here, who's been playing that outside game. And if someone's playing the outside game and you can't chase them, you can either time them coming in or slip and counter. And it's nice to see Cage is making some adjustments here, you know, trying to say, okay, right, what can I do to land? But he's got to be careful throwing kicks like that on the outside, because that step-in jab will catch him.
Yeah, not much grappling done in this fight at all. It's definitely been a striker's matchup. Ooh, nice combo there. And neither guy wants to make a mistake. As you look at the total strikes landed, 69-70. It's been that close, Bailey.
Yeah, it has, man. This is a great matchup. This is literally it. Both 2-1. Calvin ranked number 21. KG ranked number 23. So right at the top. And oh, shots like that will cost you big. And that nice roundhouse lands for Cage. And I think towards the end of this fight, you know, we're going to see both fighters really turn it up, because it's definitely one round apiece. Beautiful 1-2-3 preloaded there by Cage. Straight down the pipe, and here we go. Calvin goes for the clinch again, did some okay work. It's just enough to break it up. Cage Wavy wisely getting that break. Outside leg kick comes back with a straight. That's what's been thrown the whole time here. And we can see if Calvin can sit on the outside. The block is so low for Calvin, though. Cage Wavy. Oh, that 1-2 straight down.
Yeah, it's going to come down to the final wire here, but a great job by Cage.
Oh, there it is again. Oh, that's it. That's it. No, that's not it.
No. I survived.
Rear uppercut lead hook again drops him. Sat in the pocket a little bit too long. And when Cage sees it, man, he's taking that. He's taking that rear uppercut lead hook nice and fast. Oh, the overhand.
That was a jab overhand, man. People are going for broke, Bailey.
Oh, there it is again.
Oh,
rear uppercut lead hook. He missed on the uppercut, but the lead hook caught him, and Calvin's now going to get in there, throw something big. If I'm Calvin, I'm waiting for... Oh, God, there's the left hook right there, and the head kick drops him. Oh, my goodness. Okay, now we're going to fight. Now Calvin knows he can still win this. If I'm Calvin, I'm waiting for Casey to throw that jab, and I'm throwing an elbow. Spinning elbow right here, over the top. Catch a rock off it. Finish the fight with an uppercut, but you know Cage is looking to plant, throw that rear uppercut left hook again. He could just see him setting up for it, trying to jab him in. There it is, rear uppercut left hook, catches him with it one more time. The head kick, no stamina left on it though, and Calvin come back with his own head kick. They're going back and forth right now.
Our final minute, this is crazy. We don't know.
Oh, beautiful job.
Head kick again, Bailey. Can he get it done? Can he break the block? 45 seconds left. Here we go. We got a single colors. Another break. He's been doing it all night. Cage Wavy can get out of those situations, but he's got to be careful.
Beautiful job catching him right there with the roundhouse as Cage tried to step in with his own jab, and now the 1-2, one rear uppercut left hook coming back through here. Oh my God, 4 hooks in a row. Whenever they could do the head kick. This could be anyone's fight right here, dude. There's 10 seconds left in this round. They're going to go for broke. The overhand just misses their head kick. Bangs off the head. Oh my goodness, what a fight. Fight of the night.
That could be up for fight of the night so far right now. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, that's how you kick, like, these next 5 fights, that's how you kick off the final 5 fights on the card. I mean, like, Calvin, Cage, I don't know who won the fight. There was a lot of crazy stuff going on towards the end of that 3rd round.
Yeah, definitely 1 round apiece going into that 3rd round, so... But he did get the drop. The fight was almost over.
Yeah, that was...
Oh my gosh.
That's the heart of Tony Ferguson.
Just face, shoulders on the mat, looking up whilst getting punched in the face, and still recovers somehow. All right, here we go. Unanimous decision.
Yeah, so that knockdown must have sealed the deal, like he said. But man, he was still in the fight when he got back up. I mean, rock. Could have been anybody's fight. A great job. Cage Wavy will now go to 3-1. A massive win here at ESFL 18. Calvin will go to 2-2, and he'll move slightly down the rankings. But a big win for Cage Wavy.
Yeah, what a great performance as well. I mean, just stellar work from both fighters, both showing their class, their composure as well, both stayed in there. Great adjustments from Calvin, man. I mean, he lost that first round, but he definitely took that second and came back strong, made adjustments and found openings in Cage Wavy's defense, but it was that planted rear uppercut lead right hook from Cage Wavy. He's got some great timing on that, and when he saw Calvin step into range off that jab, he was just firing it off and catching him with it almost every time.
And I mean, I have fought Calvin on a few occasions, but most recently yesterday, he was obviously preparing for this fight. I mean, he had a great job, great performance. It's just, man, sometimes you run into a wall. Sometimes you run into the guy, and that guy was Cage Wavy. So can't wait to see Cage Wavy in the future, too. I haven't really actually played that guy that much, so it's great to see guys that I don't know personally move their way up the ESFL rankings.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I think they're almost mirror matches of each other. It's two sort of newcomers to ESFL meeting up here, and it was just such a close matchup. You know, it was literally, it was anybody's fight, and you know, I'm sure they'll probably fight again in the future. You know, there's two guys who could be at the top of the division someday, but right now, speaking of close matchups, I mean, it doesn't even get any closer than this, going from one middle of the ranking fight to the next. And we have right now Brand New Mac taking on NWO Lessons, both fighters 4-3, and Brand New Mac number 16 in the world, NWO Lessons number 17 in the world. So again, it's neck and neck right here. Both 7 fights, both 4-3, and you know, just right next to each other in the rankings.
And yeah, these are two well-known fighters in the community. This, especially on Twitch as well. Both guys stream. So for you virtual fight fans that want to watch fighters like this, I mean, just go check out their channels. And Brand New Mac, well-rounded. Lessons, well-rounded. It's going to be a very interesting fight. Obviously, Lessons has Cody Garbrandt, so he'll want to keep it on the feet and bang. Where Brand New Mac is more of a versatile fighter in Demetrius Johnson, so he could take it to the ground, grapple, or stand on the feet as well. But always dangerous when you're going against a guy like Cody Garbrandt. Those hands, man. Get those hands.
Those hands, indeed. Yeah, I mean, we're going to see how this plays out. In either case, I think it's going to be a good fight. I mean, like we said, everyone at this level is just so skilled. And I don't know,
and
man.
I think we got to watch out for the movement of Lessons. I've watched Lessons fight recently. Lessons likes to use head movement a lot. He likes to dart in and out. And sometimes when you do that, you do lose a lot of stamina. So I have been watching him, and I do notice he does do that a lot. But it is effective. He can catch you, especially with a guy like this with those hands. And I'm always scared of a guy like this, because I would do what Brand New Mac was going to do in this situation. I'd pick a guy that's well-rounded like Demetrius Johnson. I'd work my striking to get the takedown, and then really use those stats. Because the stat differential for the grappling's got to be massive in this bantamweight division.
Yeah, I think Brandon Mack's a sensible decision here. I mean, he can take the fight wherever he wants, and also, if someone's using head movement on you and getting under your strikes, it's harder for them to do that if you're already at a lower elevation than them. So, if he picked a taller fighter, it would be easier for Brandon Mack to get underneath those shots. But because he's a little bit smaller, he's going to have a better time getting under and working the body. He's just really got to watch out for that uppercut. But here we go, first round. Oh, and you already eats that left hook.
Get caught early. Yep, you got to watch out for those hands. But look, he gets back. He's got to get his head back already. Look how low that head is on the HUD.
Oof, he's getting underneath that left hook, and that's a real shot he's got to watch out for. Lessons is going to pursue, but if Lessons is coming forward like that, I'd love to see that leg kick. I would expect Lessons to maybe hold position a little bit, but he is just marching forward right now. So I would love Brandon Mack to throw that leg kick out there, try and stop some of this forward pressure. He has knees to the body, anything to keep Lessons off him here, but he has the footwork, like you said, D. He can probably just back out of some of these strikes. Oh!
Or do that. Look at that.
Beautiful job catching him right on the end of that jab into the head kick. Oh,
so
lovely.
And he did what D-Mart wants people to do. Look at that. Beautiful. Gets the denial, moves the half guard, and this is a bad spot to be. You got a Brand New Mac on top of you with a Demetrius Mighty Mouse Johnson. Have fun.
Yeah, Brand New Mac will not let you up right here. Good job hip bumping from Lessons timing, and slices straight through to side control. and fakes the transition to mount into the crucifix. Brand new Mac. Nice and smooth right now. Relaxed. Oh, God, he's already bleeding right here.
Yeah, those are bad shots to take a crucifix. Those elbows are nasty, and another denial. And these are gonna be a thing. These are gonna be a common thing tonight if it stays on the ground. Look at these elbows.
Oh.
Let's see if he does decide to pass to full mount here, or maybe try to go back to another crucifix.
He seems so much more visceral in 60 FPS. I don't know if he's waiting for a transition here, but Lessons, man, in a bad spot.
I don't know if his controller died, but man, those elbows are vicious. His head health is too low.
Maybe he's given up.
Damn.
Wow.
Like we talked about, the well-roundedness of a guy like Brand New Mac using a guy like Demetrius Johnson. If it did go to the ground, I figured something like would happen. It's a tough spot. It's really tough to get up from.
I mean, the takedown itself was fantastic.
Beautiful. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. I was waiting for it all night.
Straight into a lead hook to the body, which landed perfectly, and then double leg straight against the cage. So all the grapple advantage in the world, really well worked by Brand New Mac. Just snatched that takedown up. It wasn't just a case of, oh, he shot the takedown and he got it and he didn't defend it. No, he set that up almost perfectly. Had the grapple advantage on the cage, shot deep on it, and man, that just all skill. Brand New Mac. I mean, the transitions on the ground as well. This class, full class, and Brand New Mac takes a win, 4-4. He's probably won't move up the rankings at all, but maybe a little spot here depending on how the next fight goes. But great fight and great performance.
There was some chatter actually, Bailey, that his controller might have desynced. So I'm not sure if that's an actual thing, but I mean, there was a point in that fight where we thought he was eating some shots. I mean, that might be some controversy tonight, but it also could have been maybe he quits. I mean, there's I hear a lot of banter about that finish already, but I mean, hey, he got him to the ground with that takedown, and ever after that, he was taking shots. But that's what I hear from the back, so I'm not 100% sure on all that, but just to throw that out there.
Yeah, you never know what the actual thing was, but if your controller died, I mean, that's on you, really. You gotta charge a controller before these events, people. Come on, but it may have desynced, like you said. But Lessons. I mean, he's a vet. He's not one to quit. He might be having a bad day. You never know, but he's not one to quit normally. But there we go. Great performance by Brand New Mac, nonetheless.
Yeah, you got to make sure your hardware is working. That's for sure. So, yeah. What can you do? Nonetheless, Brand New Mac getting the big win, moving up the rankings. Make sure to check out his stream as well.
Oh yes, that's a good point.
So Bailey, in our next fight, it looks like, oh my goodness, we're getting into more territory with the Prodigies fighting NWO Lexar. Prodigies took me out last week live here at the ESFL. He's no joke. If you go on the ranked Xbox leaderboards, he's got to be. He's definitely in the top 10. He might even be the top 5. So he's been on a hot streak, and he's going to put that hot streak on the line against NWO Lexar, who's 3-2-1. It looks like we're going to get a middleweight fight. So this one should be very interesting. Both well-known guys here in the community.
Yeah. Like you said, both well-known guys in the community. I mean, at this point, everyone is a well-known guy in the community. We're just getting to that. And it's a Robert Whittaker mirror matchup. This is going to be a striker's delight right here. I do not know how long this is going to last. It's going to be a straight-up barn burner. Number 11 in the world, Prodigies taking on Lexar. Both fighters have been up there in the top 10, doing work. And, Prodigies gets a win here. That's 6-3. That's a pretty impressive record. That's up there with former champions. Prize 6-2. Lemus is 6-2. So Prodigies goes 6-3. I mean, he's going to move up there right now. So we'll see, but this is a big test right now. Lexar, great, repping New World Order right here as well. Great bunch of strikers out of that camp. And man, it's going to see whose game plan's better right now in the mirror match. It's all about that game plan and that skill.
No doubt. I mean, Robert Whittaker in this division is the man as far as I'm concerned. The way the game's balanced right now, this is the guy I want to use. You've seen him used a lot in the ESFL, and it's for good reason. I mean, his striking's just on point. He's got a lot of good perks, and if it does go to the ground, he's no slouch. So, I mean, he's the guy to use, I believe, right now. Jacare Souza would, you'd think, be my guy because it's Steamer. He wants to get at the ground, but the current way this game's playing, you're gonna see a lot of Whitakers. You're gonna see a lot of jab. Like the jab on Robert Whitaker is unbelievable. Here we go, Balian. It's the big fight of the night. Prodigies, NWO, Lexar, 11 versus 19th seed. Can't wait. Let's get it started.
Yeah, 11th fight of 14 fights tonight. So we're moving up the top of that card right now, and Lexar with that traditional forward pressure, and that left hook of Robert Whitaker just comes around the corner like that. It's like a little swipe, like a little paw swipe, and Prodigy's very good at fighting off his back. That jab you just talked about right there, stuck it right in the face of Lexar, stopped that forward pressure, and that's what Lexar's going to do. He's going to be moving forward, and it's on Prodigy's to stop that forward pressure, and that's one way to do it right there. Slips his head off to the left-hand side, throws it straight, and stops that forward pressure from Lexar.
Yes, in our fight last week, I ended up using Souza, and I just felt very slow and out of the, just didn't feel good. So I mean, this is a good pick for Lexar actually. Look at that block break already. Look at that. All it takes is three jabs. Yeah,
there's the amount of power in those hands. That block comes down so quickly, and that's why you got to move your head, especially at middleweight. There's some powerful strikers out there, and move your head or move your feet. Because you cannot hold block for very long, you know. And look at the stamina, both down a little bit already. We're 2 minutes into this fight. See if they can keep this pace and this pressure up. But both fighters basically trading game plans right now. 1s and 2s from the outside, 1s and 2s through the body. Not a single kick thrown yet.
No, this is a boxing match right now, Balian.
It is a boxing match.
Here we go, like you've seen right there. 1-2 to the body. Nice little sway.
Oh, rear uppercut
lands.
As he came back to the body there. Looked like he was going for a left hook, but Lexar's stamina's down. He's a left hook himself. And now Prodigy's going to pursue. Better not burn himself out like Lexar just did, but 2 rocks already, both one apiece.
And for those virtual fight fans at home, did you see how Prodigy's countered that? Lexar coming in with absolutely no stamina, recognized by Prodigy's, and then he let out that jab uppercut hook combo to make him pay for it. Great job there by Prodigy's.
Yeah, I mean, I was going to say they're so even, and I mean, it might have something to do with the fact they're both playing the same fighter, but regardless of that, they are literally so even right now in their skill sets and in their strategies, what they're trying to do. Both just heavily boxers here. No leg kicks, no knees, no rear roundhouses or anything, and there's not even been a lot of body work at all. It's really all been headhunting.
Yeah, no doubt about it. They coming out and trying to knock each other's heads off here. The stamina is going down. They're throwing quite a bit here, but they're both throwing quite a bit, so they're both in the same boat here as we get 45 seconds left here in the very first round.
I think in terms of strike thrown, they might even be pretty similar here, but we have seen 1 or 2 kicks coming out. I mean, that's not completely true.
There you go.
Yeah, we saw a head kick come out earlier that actually caught Lexar and did quite a bit of damage, but yeah, this is, you know, a highly contested, just back and forth fight right now, and it's not even a case of one's pressure, one's countering. They're just going back and forwards in momentum as well. And there's the lead roundhouse.
Oh, he ate that roundhouse at the end of the round. A hard round to score. And if you fans aren't aware, we still have the main event later.
Dead even.
Cryox is taking on EK Mr. Chicken, and was that what the stat said right there? Dead even, Balian. But Kinetic also fighting Kingpin version 2. EK Preacher is our next fight versus Lemmiscon. So I mean, we still got 3 huge fights after this one, and this one is just a technical brawl here. I mean, I'm not sure how many strikes they've thrown in that round, but man, each guy not giving each other an inch. Here we go, second round. It's Prodigies. It's Lexar.
Oof. Coming straight through that 1, 2, 3 to the body right here again with the 1, 2 to the body, but that's what got him caught off that rear uppercut. He threw that straight right to the body, and Lexar made the read on that, so he's going to keep going back to that with the 1, 2. You can expect that rear right uppercut to come through, but the right hand catches him, and now this is turning into a bit more of a counter fighting strategy from Lexar, who's trying to catch him and catches him right there with the right hand. That block is so low, like you said, he just gets out of the way of that uppercut. That could have been all she wrote right there.
It's getting dangerous. It's getting very dangerous. We're only a minute into the second round here.
Oof, 1, 2, back to the body. That left hook coming out there as well. Yeah, dangerous is the word I'd use. I just feel like every time Prodigy dips his head down to throw them body shots, he's going to eat something big from Lexar.
Yeah, he's got to watch out for that uppercut. That caught him early on in the first round. I think we might see it again if he leans in again. Ooh, nice there, but catches the body kick. Good job here by Lexar.
Yeah, for sure. And there's a lead uppercut just slipping straight through there. And oh, what a beautiful four-punch combination from Prodigies. He almost tagged him with the last two, but there we go. We've seen a lot of that. Beautiful job slipping and countering with the straight right. Just having that preloaded, ready to go right down the pipe. And that is a really good little technique right there. We've talked about a lot of forward pressure tonight, a lot of ways to stop someone coming at you. And aside from, you know, knees and teeps that we've talked about tonight, right there, slip the jab, throw the straight, and that backs your opponent up. That's almost a guaranteed recoil on that shot right there. Slip, throw the straight right down the pipe. It's not going to work the same from southpaw to orthodox, but when you're both the same side right there, it's a beautiful little technique you can use to stop your opponent's forward pressure.
And a great takedown here as I believe Lexar, yeah, went for the single collar. Prodigies put him in the full tie clinch and then got that takedown right to side control. Now he's here in half guard, put back to guard with 1 minute and 45 seconds to work.
Yeah, definitely. And this is just a change of pace right here. Let's see if we can do some work from the top. I'd probably have to give Prodigies the edge in this fight so far, but it's been super close right now. And Lexar on his back, and this is where you can put some money in the bank, get some points on the table, but no, back on the feet, and they're going to reset.
Yeah, it was a nice job there. He tried to get the denial in, but he didn't. He had the up transition to get out of that, and we're back to our feet with 1 minute to go. Both guys, it's a very, very even striking matchup here, so anybody looking for the advantage here, trying to get that last advantage to seal the win, or the round, sorry, with 40 seconds left to go.
Yeah, 40 seconds left to go. There's obviously one more round after this, but it might come down to a close decision. Both fighters fighting so technically. Not sure that anyone's going to, you know, overcommit enough to get a finish right here, but they are getting a few rocks off. If it does come, it's going to come by some kind of crazy three-punch combo, possibly with an uppercut in there and out of nowhere.
And if you look at the stamina bailing, we're going to get to the third round here, and I'm going to tell you, it might be only 2 shots maximum coming out from each fighter. The stamina is getting low. So it should be very interesting. If you do get caught throwing 3 or 4 piece combos, you really got to watch out for that counter because you're going to have no stamina on your fallback. Here we go, third and final round.
The stamina's recovered a lot better than I'd have expected right there as well.
We jumped right back up, but I mean, after a few punches, you'll see this thing will go right down.
Especially if they continue to work the body like that. And there's the head kick coming up from Prodigies. He snuck it in there in the first round. Going back to it right there. Let's see if he can get it in. They're just intercepting with that jab. Lexar going double up on it right there, but he's doing a good job with that jab. Catching him, tries for the head kick, eats the 1-2 to the body, and comes back with an inside of his own. And this is just backwards and forwards right here. The 1-3-2 just gets blocked there. 1-2 to the body. 2 tried to slip off the jab, which didn't come out from Lexar. And Lexar's going back with a head kick of his own. I mean, they're just trading non-stop. There's not like a half a second break where they're not throwing a strike at each other.
Yeah, and the only leg kicks, like we've talked about, I've seen her is that one. Oh, there's a big one, and that inside leg kick that hurts. As Lexar, you see throwing that inside leg kick and then trying to combo off that. Look out for that a bit more. But when he does throw that, he does leave his head open for 2-piece combos.
Yeah, and that right hand, Prodigy's just trying to set that right hook up right now, and trying to just push Lexar to the fence and pace the stamina right here. There's 3 minutes left. Prodigies has the stamina advantage, and now he's trying to work Lexar into that corner, but he's got to be careful because Lexar's been catching him with that left hook and that uppercut right now. Nice little pull counter as well, which is going to swap that stamina around, but there's the left hook sneaking around the side of Lexar's guard right here, and it looks like Prodigy's going to start to turn it up. We've got 2.5 minutes left, Dave.
Yeah, who wants it more? We're in the final 2 minutes of this fight, and these guys both highly in there, or highly up in the rankings. Who wants it more, Balian? Who wants it more?
And Prodigy's is ranked 11. You can see in the top left-hand corner there, he's 5-3 right now. And Lexar ranked number 19, 3-2. So a win here is going to do wonders for both of these guys' records. And definitely
we look at the stamina now, Balian, and I talked about this earlier. We're at the point now where a 3-piece combo might be the maximum you can throw if you don't want to just throw yourself out there. Oh, watch out for that overhand.
Just getting out of the way. The pull counters from Lexar. Beautiful work. Tries to counter with a big looping lead overhand. Doesn't get it. And now trying to draw him onto that check lead hook there. Oh, so close. The uppercut sneaks in there. That could have been a rock right there. And this is it. You're right there. It's down to the final minute, the final bars of stamina. I got to give it to Prodigy, especially after that drop right there. And now Lexar's getting his body work. And this is going to be a test here for Lexa if he can get something off. He's doing a lot of good head movement. If he can counter, but Prodigy's stamina so low, wisely catches the body kick. And Lexa's going to have to come forward here now if he wants to win this fight. He's got 30 seconds left. Pull counter, left hook, right hand, left hook to the body, overhand, over the top. So close, trying to just land anything, catch a ruck of his own here.
And you got to think Prodigy's winning this round, winning this fight right now. Can
Oh!
Lexa get it? Oh, he did! He did it! He did it just what I thought he needed. Oh my God.
Oh my God, that pull counter all day. Pull counters the roundhouse, which is not easy to do because you have to hold. You can't flick that. You got to hold on that roundhouse. That's almost like Senchai with that lean back. He needed that. Oh my God, counters with the left hook. Beautiful, beautiful.
Oh my.
Boom replay going to show us 1-2 coming out. Fakes the left hook, 1, 2, 3, uppercut, jab, uppercut, left hook. Just getting rocked right here. Lexa straight into the roundhouse. And that was off a straight as well. It wasn't even off of a jab. It's slightly slower. Boom. Oh my goodness.
Performance of the night, Lexa. I don't know. He would have lost that fight, in my opinion, Bailey. That fight was a lost fight until that. There was no time left. There was
10 seconds.
There was no time left. There was no time left. He got knocked down. Wow. Very, very impressive.
Only at ESFL. I mean, damn, man. What a fight.
Very, very impressive. That's why we're here, man. That's why we call these big fights. It's so much fun. Absolute blast.
Damn. What a fight indeed. I mean, that's got to be KO of the night right there.
I don't know, but I've still that what the front kick to the head. I mean, there's been all kinds of good stuff tonight, man. But this one, how it was set up, and oh my goodness, absolutely beautiful. Bailey, and I believe Z Hunter 90 wanted to take a quick 30-second intermission here while we prepare something for the virtual fight fans. So why don't we do that? Why don't we take a quick 30-second intermission before our next fight, which is Lemis Khan versus EK Preacher.
Okay.
We are back, virtual fight fans, ESFL 18, D-Mart, and Balian. Before we get to our next three fights, our big three fights, we want to talk about this money tournament, the Watch Your Shoes money tournament. As you see, we have the bracket in front of you, Balian. Look at some of these names.
I mean, it's basically all of the best that we have at ESFL. I mean, it's going to be, you know, like, obviously there's the rankings and we've had, you know, week after week people fighting each other, but this is going to be like, you know, who is the best on not, I guess, just on the given day as well, but, you know, any of these guys could take it. Anyone could put in a good enough performance to get through. And look at those names in the first round. I've just seen at the bottom of the bracket right there, guys. MMA Fro taking on Kinetic NRG. Oh my goodness.
And make sure you guys check out the link here in the chat. Thanks, Watch Your Shoes, because this is our first money tournament event. Like you said, money talks, Balian. And you see the names: Kinetic versus MMA Fro. That's a classic battle.
Wow.
That a lot of hardcores will want to see.
Yeah, I Punch Santa's in there. You're in it, of course, as well. Here we go. Brand new Mac and Hammerfist, two graphers taking each other. Onza's going to be in there. Onza, man. Onza could walk through that thing. Still the show right now. Onza is on fire, so we'll see how that goes. Chambers in there as well. Wow, man. We got some. And Jigsaw's coming on over. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness, dude.
So stay tuned, Virtual Fight fans. ESFL, we're coming with more things every week. A bracket like that, that's a stacked bracket. So Watch Your Shoes. Shout out to Watch Your Shoes in this tournament. $150 on the line, our first money tournament in the ESFL. All right, so that brings us to our Coco main event. Lemus Khan, our ex-champion, taking on EK Preacher. Now, we talked about it earlier. Is this the #1 contenders fight? Or is the next fight the #1 contenders fight? It could be a performance thing. We know Z190 is watching these fights closely. And this fight is going to be a bantamweight fight, Balian. Another Cody Garbrandt pick.
Yeah, I mean, 94 striking. I mean, this is just a great matchup just in general, really, these two fighters. So, I mean, and the rematch in real life is going to be good as well. But these next three fights, they each have someone who has held the belt in them. That's the level we're talking about right now, guys. This is as good as it gets on Xbox. Right now, we have number 7 taking on number 1 in the world. And this is going to be a fantastic matchup.
And you see here, it's a Dillashaw-Garbrandt matchup. They have seen each other before, 1-1 on the casual, the records there. And another casual matchup, a classic matchup, should I say, with TJ and Cody. So it's going to be the well-rounded guy versus the brawler, the hands. Do you want to stand in the pocket with Cody Garbrandt? I don't know.
I mean, Preacher picking up Cody here. Preacher's really good, you know, just everywhere, as most of the EK guys are. So, you know, you can expect this fight to literally be taken wherever Preacher wants to try and take it. But he is fighting Lemus Khan, you know. And you know what? It's not like Lemus Khan to not pick up Cody Garbrandt.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how Khan does after losing his title. He is a 6-2 fighter, and like you said, he's the #1 ranked guy. So another win for Khan will just secure his spot amongst the tops of the leaderboards. And for EK Preacher, I mean, you're the 7th ranked guy, and if you can get a win over the #1 guy, that puts you right at the top of the heap. So a very big fight.
Yeah, definitely. EK Preacher stepping up to the plate tonight, fighting the former champion, lost his belt last Sunday, and Lemus Khan, you know he wants that belt back, but like I said, Lemus Khan known for his Cody Garbrandt and just not picking him up here tonight for whatever reason. So, and the champ trunks coming out here. Oh my, almost as in a little bit of an insult here to the former champ who lost his belt last week. But you know, Preacher, we'll see where he takes his fight. He can take it anywhere.
Now this is our third final fight of the night. We're talking about it all night, and we want to see if Lemus Khan can come out and show his dominance here in the ESFL and secure his spot amongst the top of the heap. And right off the bat, good combos. Ooh,
Yeah.
watch out for the body work. I love that.
Preacher standing nice and tall and strong, and that's a good thing about Cody Garbrandt. You got that speed and that style where you don't necessarily have to chase your opponent. You know, you can make them come to you, and you got some big leg kicks and a big straight right there. Rux Lemus Khan, who walks in. Oh goodness, got to be careful whipping that head off to the side there. Almost ate that big right hand again, and Lemus Khan caught early by Preacher. It's going to give him some confidence. You got to imagine right here.
Yeah, Preacher coming out strong, gets the rock, and like you said, he was a check hook away from death, I believe, early on in this fight. So good job from Preacher here, coming on and taking to the former champ.
Ooh, trying to sprint in with that jab. He was catching a few of them earlier, doubling up on it now, trying to close that distance, and he's really trying to whip that big old right hand in there. And Lemus Khan, this is not like Lemus Khan. I mean, Lemus Khan, you know, he likes to push forward a little bit more and likes to sit on that left hook and get that rear uppercut left hook involved. So, well, maybe he's just trying to find his rhythm, his groove right now. He is slipping off a little bit, but Preacher being the one pushing the pressure on Lemus Khan right now.
Yeah, maybe that hook caught him off guard a bit. I mean, he took that early rock, maybe it kind of stepped him back for a second and said, whoa, you know, I gotta reassess the situation here. But, you know, he's getting his wits about him now, and we got 3 minutes into this fight, and here he goes, starting to work it back. But damn, that quick 1-2 to the head, Bailey, it's dangerous.
Yeah.
Dangerous.
You know, Lemus Khan did start to work out Prioxis towards the end of that fight, and was actually doing a good job fighting off his back foot, you know, as the fight went on. So maybe he started to adapt his style a little bit more to catering that. But, you know, EK Preacher's here just whipping those hooks in, but he's not really playing into the game of Khan. You know, he's not walking his way forward. You got to be so careful missing those roundhouses. That overhand almost put his lights out, Dave.
Yeah, he barely got his block up there. You're right. He does got to be careful. I mean, stamina even in this fight, but obviously advantage still going to Preacher as he gets him a nice shot there. Nice jab, uppercut, hook there combo. 1 minute left here in the very first round.
Yeah, doubling up on that jab again here. And again, this sprinting jab that we're seeing here from Preacher. He's just catching Lemus Khan with it a couple of times here, interrupting other combos and stopping some kicks here as well. But stamina is going to be playing a factor already. 30 seconds left in this round. They're about a third down. A little bit lower than normal you would expect here, but we'll see. Just two big hooks from Lemus Khan out of range here, trying desperately to close the distance. And we're seeing both players miss quite a little bit right here. I think they both are quite on edge, need to settle in a little bit, relax, stay composed really, because that's what it's all about, you know, being composed, implementing your game plan and making your opponent pay for their mistakes.
This is ESFL 18, D-Mart alongside Bailey in a great round here. Our third final fight of the night, EK Preacher and Lemus Khan. Lemus Khan, the former champ. And right there, Bailey, and I mean, I'd have to give that round to EK Preacher. He got the rock there. You see them going back to the corner of Cody Garbrandt, usually indicating that he did get the round win. And we see some of the highlights there. Look at these shots, that liver kick to end the combo there. And look, he's got his back against the cage here all around, Bailey. And the 1-2 there. So very great round by EK Preacher to fight. And this is a former champ we're talking about here. This is no joke.
Yeah, Preacher, man, showing some striking right now. And we've seen Preacher wrestle. You know, we've seen Preacher take GSP and implement the top game. So to strike on this level with the former champ who won the belt purely through his striking and being, you know, able to defeat Connecticut and RG in a striking matchup. I mean, maybe Lemus is having a little bit of a day off right now. He took that round, didn't take that round off, but I think he did lose that round. But we'll see, man. He can get himself back together, get his wits together, and see how this fight plays out.
It's the second round. Here we go now. Preacher might have taken that round from Lemus Khan. Lemus Khan looking to get right back at the top of the heap with another win and try to get a title shot and get his title back.
And there we saw Lemus Khan sitting there on that rear uppercut left hook. And you know, I played a couple of Cody Garbrandt matches today, and you know, I was finding a lot of success and had a lot of power and felt like I could dictate the pace and control distance in just a different way to how you fight with TJ. TJ's got a lot of variety, but there's the head kick coming in there.
That's
just
the
out of nowhere. Exactly
right
what I was
there.
talking about. Really, you can't sit back on those boxing combinations. Oh, well, I hope we're going to get this lag spike over with right here. Two big head kicks. I was just going to say, you know, it's just a different way, a different path to victory it feels with Cody. You know, you've got those big heavy hands, and leg kicks are really good as well. Powerful leg kicks, but I just found that once I switched to TJ, I just couldn't couldn't fight in the same way. I had to adjust my style. I had to start getting crazy, start getting unpredictable with my techniques. And that's what we're seeing from Lemus Khan right here. Just as I was saying, throws in that lead head kick, comes back with a lead roundhouse, and now throwing some teeps in there. So this unpredictability, I think, is going to be key for Khan. I mean, maybe it's not how he wanted to fight initially. Usually likes to sit back on his boxing, but if that's the way the pick's going, that's where the fight's going, he's got to start trying to mix it up.
Yeah, halfway through the second round now, you see Khan getting a bit more loose, trying to, look more like himself, I believe. Preacher, though, right in his face with the Cody Garbrandt, like you said, straightforward, more like a jab and a 1-2, and very fundamental boxing skills. Look at this.
I mean, that's normally how Khan likes to fight, but he is playing TJ. You do have a lot of strikes, you do have footwork and movement, and the speed and the power is just not the same as Cody. So if you're going to try and box and sit in there and trade, you're going to lose that battle. So you gotta mix it up and get wild in there, get crazy with them techniques. And you have a clinch advantage as well if Lemus can work it. But Preacher, like we said, great grappler. Switching now to the over under. No, that was a reversal on the side here of Lemus Khan, who wisely breaks out. And there's that rear uppercut
he didn't
left
want anything to do with that clinch at all. And you look at the stamina now. This is where it's going to start to play a factor for Lemus Khan.
Yeah, I'd like to see Lemus try and get that teep back to the body here, but we're seeing Lemus trying to throw that rear uppercut left hook. It's just not coming out anywhere near as fast as Preacher's. And again, I'm wondering if that's just because of the matchup he's decided to go here.
It almost feels like Lemus Khan was weathering some sort of storm and trying to set this moment up where he would have a nice advantage, and maybe he could attack when his opponent had the lower stamina advantage. You see him rip to the body there.
Ooh, beautiful.
Ooh. Absolutely beautiful.
Oh, came on top of the left hook as well. Ah, there we go. Lemus Khan letting those hands fly right now. Beautiful work. And there's that nice little lead roundhouse to the body.
Make sure you get that liver kick to end the round there. And that's the Lemus Khan we're used to seeing, Dillian. That in and out, that quick style. He's getting his leg kicks off. He's being versatile. And that's why he was the former champ of this league.
Yeah, for sure. And we're seeing that he's doing a lot of that. There's that roundhouse that dropped him after the rock as well. So a lot of damage came out there. And that got to play a factor into the stamina differential that's happening right now. But we're seeing a lot of that lead liver kick there, and he's stepping off and he's angling it out, which is really, really nice as well, which is a great way to throw. He's circling away from the outside, so it makes it a little bit harder to read. It's not coming straight down the middle, and you're not planting your feet as well, so you can recover a little bit better. So more of those body kicks and more of just kicks in general, I think, just mixing up his striking. But you're right, he did look real good with his hands towards the end of that round, but I say that's one apiece right now going into this third.
Yeah, ESFL 18. This is our third and final round of EK Preacher and Lemus Khan. You've got to think, Balian, is it 1-1? In my books, it is.
Yeah, I believe so. I believe so. Lemus Khan has that stamina advantage quite significantly right now. And now he's going to try and fire back with that jab, get his right hand in there. But, I just think if you sit on the inside for too long with Cody Garbrandt, dangerous things can happen. And he wants to be real careful about staying in the pocket. But look at him sliding out here. This is good work from Lemus Khan, and Preacher's got to find a way in to close that pocket. And I tell you what, it's a bad feeling when you feel like all you can do is box and you're low on your stamina, and you're the one who's got close distance. But he just ate something big there. We didn't see it. The right hand drops Lemus Khan. He gets straight back up here, big left hook to the body, and now he's going to try and keep him off. And here we go, firing back with a jab. Here's what he's got to do, but he can't stay in this pocket. Lemus Khan's going to get out, recover that health D. Oh!
Is that it? He just took a shot. Khan's down. Khan is down here in the third round.
He slipped that jab. Did EK Preacher fired that right hand straight down the pipe. Lemus was stepping in a little bit too predictable with that jab, and we saw that technique in the previous fight. Get that head off the center line, immediately counter with that straight right down the middle of that jab. Put some power on it, put some sting on it, and drops him straight there.
Preacher looking to move up to the #1 seed or close to it with a win tonight. He's having a great third round. He had a great first round, and this is where Lemus Khan's got to step it up. He's got half of the third round to get this back.
Yeah, I think he needs to try. There's his rear uppercut left hook. His go-to, his signature there. The head kick drops him. That's it. No! Recovers straight away.
Oh my god, he got his guard back.
Somehow.
A lot of time to work. Lemus Khan ain't a joke on the ground.
Yeah, nasty ground and pound, but EK Preacher finding a way up. Finding a way up right there.
2 minutes, Balian. This is anybody's round at this point.
This is it,
Anybody's
man.
fight.
Anybody's fight, indeed. One apiece. 2 drops, Lemus Khan. But as soon as he started working those kicks back in, man, he found some success and got some drops. But it was that rear uppercut left hook. Lemmis Khan's favorite little combo. We've seen him use it. That's what got him to the title, really. That rear uppercut left took the timing and the power on it as well. And oh God, there's a right hand.
Preacher's stamina, he's got to be careful. That's the only advantage right now Lemmis Khan has. Other than that, it's been dead even. I mean, this fight right now, dead even with a minute left to go.
Trying to fire in that lead roundhouse, got to be a little bit careful. And I'd love to see that front kick right up the middle that we saw earlier. I think you could maybe catch him with a little snap kick straight down the pipe. There's the left roundhouse and gets a rock off right there. He slips right underneath.
He's got the stamina to finish it, baby.
There's the head kick, and that's going to be it right now.
Oh,
but Lemmis Khan doesn't follow
up. Making a statement. He's making a statement, Balian. He's making a statement.
It's too risky for me. I would have been all over him. And there's that sprinting jab again, trying to interrupt what was happening here. And EK Preacher low on stamina, but still cornering Lemmis Khan right now and trying to find a home. He's got 10 seconds. He's going to get some hooks off here. See a 1, 2, 3. Maybe something big coming out. Overhand just whiffs, and Lemmis Khan making it look easy towards the end of this round.
Oh my goodness, shades of Cody Dank. Cody Dank on an ESFL card did the same thing. Knocks his opponent down, taunts him. Get back up, get back up. Ah, man, that's crazy, Bailey. I mean, if I was his head coach, he'd be hearing it for a month.
Boom. Lovely little lead roundhouse there. Man, it's too tense for me. It's too tense for me.
I mean, what if he loses this fight by decision? I mean, in my head, I thought it was 1-1. We went to this round, and obviously that kick, I think, sealed the deal, but we'll get the official word.
Seems confident.
All three judges score the contest 29-28.
29-28.
Declaring the winner by unanimous decision,
There we go. All right. Well, maybe drop that first round. Good job by Preacher, definitely showing he belongs on this level. Any given day, he could have taken that fight from Lemmis Khan, but Lemmis Khan with the TJ Dillashaw pick, not really something we've seen him use. Normally that Cody Garbrandt maybe he's trying to evolve his game a little bit, but gets the win here. Gets the win and still number one.
Definitely still number one. So that leaves the question up for debate. Like, who is going to be the number one contender? Is Kinetic's next fight, if he comes out and gets a knockout, does that put him up that extra spot to be the number one contender? It's very interesting. So Lemmis Khan did his part. He did get his win. Now that sets us up. Kinetic, can Kinetic get a win? Can Kinetic go to 7-1? Or is it going to be Kingpinned? Can Kingpinned beat Kinetic? A 3-1 fighter, can he beat Kinetic and move right up the rankings? This is our co-main event next, Balian.
I'm sure as many of you are. I mean, I'm just excited to see Kinetic fight. You know, I get excited every time I see Kinetic fight because it's just a whirlwind of death and drama and destruction, and you know, it's always a good time. But you know, he is fighting Kingpin here, who is a great grappler, and you know, he's taken down a lot of his opponents. He's found ways to win, and this isn't really a matchup we've seen very often. You know, not many people try and wrestle Kinetic. We see a lot of strikers go in there and try and strike with him and get taken out. So we're gonna see how Kinetic deals with this pressure that you gotta imagine Kingpin's gonna bring.
It's going to be interesting, too. Kinetic, is he going to take George St. Pierre in this spot? I mean, usually Kinetic would go with more of a Tyron Woodley or a Stephen Wonderboy Thompson or a striker of that sort, especially in a 3-round fight. But, you know, you can't sleep on Kinetic's wrestling, that's for sure. We haven't seen much of it in this ESFL at all, really. Mostly Kinetic striking in his overall MMA game. But let's see here. He's got a George St. Pierre against a T. Wood. And G-Mart thinks he might try to take a T. Wood down. That's what I think. We'll see, Balian. But this is our co-main event of the night. Let's get some hype in the chat. We got Kinetic NRG, the former champ of this league, taking on Kingpin version 2. 6-1 versus 3-1. Big fight here in the ESFL.
I mean, we got to see here. There was a decision coming out there for Lemmis Khan. Did get the win. Did show some grit coming back off that. But, you know, it's all a play for right here. And, you know, if Kinetic wins in dominant fashion, we could see him getting that rematch. You know, Prioxis and Kinetic, last time they fought, Kinetic took the victory. So, you know, it's
exactly. It could be very interesting.
It is interesting.
It's going to make things very interesting. Or what if Kingpin comes out and shuts that all down with an overhand right uppercut hook combo? I mean, so many anything can happen. And make sure Virtual Fight fans, this is our second last fight. Our next fight is Prioxis. It's the birthday boy, the 6-2 ESFL champion taking on EK Mr. Chicken. So don't go anywhere. These next two fights are fire. Absolute fire.
I believe they call that the co-main event.
The co-main, yes. This is the co-main.
I was just kidding. I know you know that. But something I wanted to point out here is this is going to be the battle of the top game. You know, the top position, because it's just too risky in a fight like this to give up that position, because whoever gets top position is going to have a massive advantage, and it's going to be very hard for the person underneath to get up. So if it goes to the grappling, 100%. It's going to be dangerous.
Now let's see. This, like I said, this is a very interesting situation for Kinetic Energy. He has GSP. He has the ability to take this fight to the ground and do anything to anybody. So it's going to be interesting. I always see Kinetic striking. I can't wait. Here we go. ESFL 18 co-main event. Kinetic NRG. Kingpin version 2. And right off the bat, we're in a single color.
We'll see. Transition to the over-under here. Trying to pummel down for the double unders, denied there by Kingpin. Lands to the body, a hip toss, nice and easy block there for Kinetic here. And again, swims for the double unders, gets it this time here. And we'll see the takes the back position here, but turn back round. Kingpin back into these double unders, and here they're really working for those underhooks. Kinetic securing them again, going back to the over-under. This is not how I thought this fight would last. The first minute of this round, just a swimming battle in the clinch right now. But it's technical, and it's all about who can get that control of that position.
Yeah, and they're fighting for the double under here. So you look for Kinetic. He's trying to go for the double under, throws in a couple fakes, eats a knee. Now we got the hip toss. That was quick, but a nice denial by Kinetic.
Oh, straight into the double under for Kingpin, though. Yeah, and he's going to swim back round again here. But the denies that come off from these transitions are going to hurt the stamina and affect, you know, all aspects of this fight. He does secure the double under here on Kinetic again, but he gets the pummel. I'm half expecting one of these to get stopped from his double under position, but no, and they're landing some knees to the body here without 2 minutes into this fight. We've been in the clinch the whole time.
Netic going for a hip toss, doesn't get it. Kingpin is very content just hanging out here and over under as well. As he's going to look for denial. Neither of these guys looking to break out of this spot here, Balian.
Yeah, I think they both realize that the gravitas and the stakes on the line with that top position, you get that, you can win this fight, but this is not how I expected it to go. And Kinetic, knows Kingpin wants to grapple, so, rather than let him dictate it, he's, maybe thinking, why not? Let me take the fight to you. Let me show you I want to fight here. I want to contend here, because sometimes we're on the back foot. And there we go.
And there it is.
Gets the belly to belly.
3 minutes of work, Balian, for that belly to side control. But just like that, we're back to the feet.
Damn, those level 4 get-ups, I think. I don't know what they are in Woodley. They're higher level.
Super quick.
And now we're back on the feet here. We'll see if Kinetic can employ the onslaught that he likes to. Kingpin's going to have to be careful here, but just stamina-wise, you've got to imagine the Kinetic has the vibes, catches him with a beautiful left hook, and Kinetic now swarming now with those short strikes, short punches. 1-1-2 coming out here. Grabs that single collar, and I'm looking at this fight a whole lot differently now that I know that Kinetic's going to have to take on MMA Fro in the first opening round of our money tournament next weekend. And my goodness, he wants to put on a good performance, because Fro's going to be watching this match right now.
Oh, 100%. He's definitely watching this match. You put money on the line, you're going to have to do a little more extra work. So we got 35 seconds, and Balian, a lot of this round hung out in the clinch. Kinetic did get the takedown. He did get a rock. He's just got to worry about his stamina at this point.
Yeah, I'm watching chunks
chip
of
away.
It. Yeah, chunks of it are disappearing with those denies and those knees to the body, taking them off here. And, you got to give this round to Kinetic so far, 100%. Just see who recovers better going into the second.
Yeah, no, definitely a great display of patience in the grappling department. If you notice, Kinetic didn't go for a takedown. Oh, the only takedown he went for is the one he got in that situation. Kingpin got denied about 3 or 4 times there. So Kinetic only going for the takedowns when he thinks he can absolutely get it there. But still, the stamina, it's going to be interesting to see the stamina here as we get into the second round.
Yeah, I believe the endurance stat would be better on GSP, but it looks like they both recovered basically the same, and Kinetic smashing that block of Kingpin, just letting him know, that I'm going to keep wearing it, keep touching it, keep breaking it down, and we'll see if you can take it.
And Kinetic getting right in that clinch. And you know what? I don't think Kingpin is denying these. He He looks like he wanted the clinch anyways, so this is a spot as he gets the Muay Thai clinch now, Bailey, and try to get a knee on Kenny. A lot of work here. He gets that single leg, though, that
Boom.
momentum single leg.
Yeah,
this is not a good
that
spot to
leg
be.
grab.
He's got 4 minutes.
Yeah, 4 minutes to work, and this is what we talked about. This whole fight, this top position is so key. It's just, oh, he's back to full guard though, man. He's finding ways out, and you know Kingpin's a great grappler. You know, like, you're not just a good grappler on top, you're also a good grappler on the bottom. You don't learn one without learning the other, and Kingpin there getting the reversal. Kinetic, look at that, D.
Watch out for Kinetic here. He does have a Kimura actually from here, so oh well, we're gonna get out of that guard situation. But GSP will have a Kimura from that full guard, so that's a dangerous sneaky sub you can sneak in once in a while.
Yeah, of course. And the ref's gonna stand him up here.
Is that Mario? What's Mario doing?
That's kind of strange right there. We're looking at the stamina difference here. It's still dead even right now. Kinetic jumping in, snapping that jab. 1-2, coming back with the 1-2 again here. This is a close fight right here. Oh, 1-2 with the left hook catches Kingpin on the end, and now he's another left hook into the straight right again, over the top of the jab, and now Kinetic starting to pick Kingpin apart, and that health stat is going down here, D.
Oh my, look at these. 1-2 to the jaw. 2 minutes left in the second round. If he keeps it on the feet, it's going to be interesting to see if Kingpin can handle it. No, he wants that clinch. Kinetic denies. He might go back into old school Kinetic mode and just start feeding combos at him. Can he break down the block? He's got 2 minutes to go.
That stuff from that double leg really hurt the stamina of Kingpin right here. And oh god, the big right hand catches Kinetic. Oh! Just gets out the way of that overhand right there. Did a pull counter on it. So close.
I can't believe that Kinetic's NRG career almost went out the window with that overhand. That was super close.
Beautiful little pull counter. I think he was a lot more relaxed than we were when that came out. Kingpin wise to throw that. Caught him with a big right hand. That's all it takes if you're playing T-Wood. You get some timing on that right hand, sit down on it, and put that weight on the back foot, powered through with it, and rocking Kinetic there. But Kinetic's been rocked before, we know this. But Kingpin, man, he's having trouble dealing with the striking right now. Definitely competing very well in the grappling. And he did land a big shot right there. But in terms of the volume of strikes, he's not landing the same. And it will be alright if he had the stamina advantage and he was controlling that part of the fight. But he's not. Kinetic is landing more and still able to control the stamina of this fight.
10 seconds left here and a well-contested matchup so far. Oh, another rock. Can he finish him off with 3 seconds left? Block. Oh, another knockdown.
Some big uppercut at the end of that round right there. He just went flying back across the cage, slamming back in, and no waiting round right now. We skip straight through to this last round, D.
Yeah, Kinetic NRG, Kingpin, third and final round. You got to think Kinetic's up 2-0 now, Balian, but the stamina may come into play, and you always got to be careful when you got overhands like that from T-Wood.
Yeah, Kingpin now probably going to go for broke. Down 2 rounds right here. Got 1 round left to make it work. Trying to snap up the full tie and he gets it. Goes for a knee to the body wisely. Look for that elbow. Nope. There's another knee to the body and another knee to the body. And the body sat of Kinetic's flashing red right here. It's actually going down pretty significantly. Kinetic got to be careful of that. In fact, can't eat too many of them. Nice little transitional deny right here and going to his own full tie clinch. Gets a revenge, but no, goes up for the elbow. Kinetic, Kingpin thinking the revenge was coming. Didn't block high. And now he's rocked again, and that health stat is low, D.
Yeah, we've got a lot of time to work, too. Another rock. Can he get another one? I think the next one will be a knockdown. Look at the head health. That HUD's going super low.
Yeah, and this is where you do not want to be with Kinetic.
There it is.
Back against the cage, on the end of his punches. Right hand drop, left hook rock, and this is the terrible, the edge of the hurricane right here. This is not where you want to be.
At this point, if Kinetic loses this fight, he's only beating himself. I mean, if he just picks his shots, he's already got the decision in the bag. He's got everything in the bag. Now it's just how is he going to finish the fight? Does he want that title shot?
Right
is he going to go for the finish?
And there he goes, just dropping him right there into the half guard position, posturing up, getting those elbows off, looking to finish right here. Oh, the full guard sweep denied here, and Kinetic's going to posture up again here, start raining down. But good job recovering, controlling the posture right here from Kingpin.
Kinetic now looking for mount. He's going to cut that like butter. Now, what's he going to do here? Half guard is a better spot for damage, but when you have this little stamina, you can posture up and get a finish. Let's see what he does. Nice hip bump. Back to half guard.
Yeah, and goes for the get up. This time he's going to get it. Got 1 minute 50, but if I was Kingpin, you're a bit safer on the ground. Trying to throw that overhand. There's that uppercut. Off that overhand you talked about. Yeah, and there's that nice rear uppercut from Kinetic. 1-2, lead head kick.
Oh, that's it.
And that's it.
Flat out. And that's a great finish. And a great job by Kinetic NRG. And came out grappling Balian to start that first round. A whole 4 minutes in the over-unders and the double-unders. And Kinetic got the takedown there. Got a rock in that round. Look at that replay, Balian. Bang.
A bang indeed. Beautiful job. Simple 1-2. Lead head kick. Here we see in the boom replay. King back on his feet. Not necessarily where he wants to be. Throws the overhand. Lead uppercut. Tried to come in with a straight, but pulled it. Realized it wasn't going to work. Nice little uppercut from Kinetic. Roundhouse misses. Overhand block. 1-2. And lead head kick. And that's all she wrote. Good night. And Kinetic's back, man. And like you said right there, you know, if he wanted to get anywhere close to getting back to the top of this division, to get back to winning his belt, he had to win that fight, and he did. And he did it in relative dominant fashion as well.
Oh, 100%. And it was the grappling. Like I said, it was a very interesting pick. He picked GSP, came out and went for the single collar right away. And for 4 minutes, both those fighters stayed in there until Kinetic got a takedown. And then the second round, he switched it up a bit and started using his striking there, as we saw. And then there's just almost too much to handle. But actually, I do hear something. I got something coming from the back room. Kinetic gets the winner of Pry and Chicken. It's official. Oh. It's official. I got word.
Well, there we go, guys. You heard it here first. Kinetic will be taking on the winner of tonight's main event, Pry, against Mr. Chicken, defending his belt right here. Pry is. No one has defended the belt. If Pry gets it off tonight, we'll see. But I know Mr. Chicken is hungry. Let's take a look at the fight card really here. If you want to run us through a recap of tonight's events, D-Mart, while we just wait for this fight to get ready.
Yeah, for sure. We'll go over the fight card tonight. We'll take a look at there's 13 fights prior to this one, this main event coming up. First one was Uncle Ninja taking on Chamber, the newcomer. Chamber winning by KO. It's Not Karate taking on EK Elitist. EK Elitist coming on with the win in that one. We had Romero 420 taking on Dope Boys Fresh. Romero 420 getting a victory in that one. Double Matt taking on Dr. Kofifi. Kofifi came out with the decision win there. As we keep going forward, Trent got banned. He had a Robert Whitaker performance with a first-round walkover. Man, that KO was awesome. And he beat up THC Scarface. Old Agony, he was on the card against Bone doing work, but he lost to a second-round front kick KO that you called all night. And then we had Hammer Fist taking on Peyton LG, and we saw Hammer get that flying triangle choke. A beautiful job by him. Calvin fought Cage Wavy in a 3-round war that went to Cage Wavy. Brand New Mac was on the card taking on Lessons. Brand New Mac won that by first round KO. And the Prodigies matchup, wow, there's a lot of fights. I'm going to keep going. Prodigies and Lexar. And Lexar came on top of that battle. So, I mean, Balian, a lot of good competition tonight. It leads up to this very next moment of the Prioxis Mr. Chicken. I mean, they've been talking and talking and talking. So just I'm excited to finally get this fight underway.
I'm incredibly excited to finally get this fight underway, but I don't see it anywhere. I don't know if it's being hosted somewhere. I don't know, but giving us the runaround right now.
Interesting.
I'm sure it's going to come up somewhere, but we just have to wait for word on the back about who is hosting this fight this evening. I know Pry has been hosting them previously, but I don't know if he's able to do that this weekend. So the main event, we got to get ready.
Yeah, while they go figure that out, we'll keep talking about the last two fights I just missed. The EK Preacher versus Lemus Khan, that was the previous champion. Lemus Khan won by decision now. Everybody was talking, is he going to get the next title shot? Is Kinetic going to get the next title shot? Well, we just got the official word. Kinetic did finish his opponent in the third round. So he will get the next title shot, the winner of Pry versus Chicken, our main event, as we just wait to get that underway.
And it looks like we just have it right now. I'm sure it was posted somewhere and we missed it, but I got it. I got it.
But nonetheless, the main event is ready, and this is it. You got the birthday boy. Prox is looking to be the first champion in the ESFL to have a title defense. So this is a big moment for him. And if you don't know about the viewers at home, Prioxis got banned off Twitch, so you won't see him in the Twitch channel. He doesn't have a username to go around with. So that's why we were watching this fight right now, and maybe you haven't heard of him in a little while. Well, his channel got banned. So this is for you, Pry. This is a big fight for you. This is your first title defense. You've had a crazy week, and you got EK Mr. Chicken. Yeah,
it's your birthday.
And it's your birthday.
Go
you got him right in your face. 4-0, Mr. Chicken. It's going to be a welterweight fight. It's going to be interesting to see who these guys pick, Bailey.
Yeah,
and they got to make sure it's a 5-rounder. I see right now they only have it set for 3. So if they're listening, we'll make sure they change that to a 5-round title fight.
Got to make sure that's the case. And yeah, just if you've never, maybe if this is your first time or you haven't been keeping up with previous ESFL events, Pry is a fighter who's been here since day one, putting in the work, slowly making his way up those rankings, and eventually, made it to a title shot, won the belt in emphatic fashion last week from Lemus Khan, the previous champion, and in a well-deserving contest, really is coming to his own as a fighter. And Mr. Chicken, is someone who's also been slowly climbing the ranks and getting finish after finish after finish, multiple knockouts. And, is undefeated right here. And a lot of people have been baying for blood of Mr. Chicken. Lots of people have been calling out Chicken. Not a very popular figure on the scene here at ESFL. A lot of social media posts coming out from the Chicken. A lot of smack talk in the interviews as well. So this is definitely a fight that a lot of people have been waiting for a long time. Even if it's just to shut up Mr. Chicken, as some people would say. But,
the Chicken Scoop. The Chicken Scoop. If you go on Twitter, you can find an account. There's an account called the Chicken Scoop. It's hilarious. I mean, you got to give it to Mr. Chicken. He talks the talk, but he does back it up. He's 4-0 here in the ESFL, and he does deserve this shot. Some people says he doesn't deserve it. He had easy opponents. Hey, the guy's 4-0. He's at the main event here at ESFL 18. So this is it. There's no more talking after this, Bailey, and this is. You can't talk anymore. They're here.
You can't talk anymore. No, they're going to look that cage. There's going to be 2 people in it, and you got to let them hands fly. It looks like they have fought before. Pride definitely got the better of him, but this is ESFL right now. The heart is beating, and there he is. Pryox is picking up GSP. Not a traditional pick for Pry. Pry definitely more of a striker than anything else, but he's going to have a stamina advantage here. He's going to have a bit of a low chin stat though, so he's going to have to watch that, especially against someone like Lawler right here. But this is the main event of the evening, as Mr. Bruce Buffer is reminding us right now. 5 beautiful rounds. And yeah, let's see. Let's get the announcements going. We'll just talk about each fighter here. Maybe you want to kick us off, D.
Yeah, if we look at Robbie Lawler, ruthless Robbie Lawler, what are you gonna say about him? He's got a great jab. He's got a great overhand, and in the pocket he's lethal. And his chin. So this is a great guy for Mr. Chicken. I mean, what do you expect? Mr. Chicken's a striker. He's a good striker. He's been getting better every patch. So there's no reason for him not to pick a guy like Robbie Lawler, especially in the welterweight division. He's the most powerful guy in the welterweight division, and you're going against this guy right here, who Kinetic just picked. It's GSP, the grappler, 87 chin. So the strategies for him is to get a clinch. I mean, this is what we're looking at here. Proxys is probably going to try to clinch and grapple this fight. Doesn't take a rocket scientist to realize what's going on here in a 5-round fight. So I think that's where we're at. We're looking at a striker versus a grappler here. And oddly enough, Pryoxis is going to have to be the grappler here, Balian.
I mean, maybe. I feel like definitely GSP has good striking, has a full range of attacks, has great kicks as well. It's not like he has a size advantage. I mean, I remember Pry used to be top of the leaderboard with his Stephen, Wonderboy Thompson pick, and that was sort of before when wrestling was still quite predominant, and it was quite dangerous to be taken down as a striker. When they could shoot
the doubles from halfway across the...
and he used to be up there, but to see the evolution of his game, I mean, maybe he's clinching, maybe he just wants that option, or maybe, he just wants to have that advantage if it goes there, but here we go. Take it away.
This is it. This is the main event of the night. Pryoxis 6-2 record, taking on the 4-0 Mr. Chicken. Can Pryoxis get the first ever title defense in the ESFL? Well, we're gonna have 5 rounds to decide that. Here we go, Balian.
Yeah, and you see EK Mr. Chicken coming out with the champion shorts on here as well, and going orthodox here with Robbie Lawler, and look how close Mr. Chicken's putting this in front of him. And Pry, guys, if you've never seen Pry fight, our champion right now, very much an elusive striker, likes to find your opening, set up his own strikes, real patient in there, looks to find holes in your game. And Mr. Chicken, much more of a walk forward, find the opening for that straight right, for that rear uppercut, for that left hook, and make you pay and make you eat those short shots, work the body. But we have 5 beautiful rounds here. I'm wondering if Pry is thinking about the stamina, but you're right. Look, he grabs a clinch, and you know, Demar, you called it, man, already. A clinch initiation from Pry, not something we've seen too often, but he definitely did try and get it in there. Tries to get the momentum sweep, leg grab. Mr. Chicken, veteran move, reading that, and gets the break right here.
Yeah, and I'm just saying that because you know, if you look at the fighters they choose them for a reason, and I just think that Proxys might feel he does have a grappling advantage over a guy like EK Mr. Chicken, and he might just want to showcase that off. But nonetheless, nice job to get out of that situation by Mr. Chicken. Back to the feet.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, definitely. Looks like Prime might try and implement that as part of the game plan. He's going to have it, but finding a home for that straight right to the body, probably going to try and work that stamina down a little bit there as well. Interrupt any forward, you know, pressure with that straight right and take some of that health away. But we saw Price's last title fight, he was very patient. He was up on the scorecards, you know, and he didn't take any risks. He secured that win. He brought it home very patiently, very professionally, and didn't want to, you know, upset anything here. So here we go. We see him throwing those inside leg kicks, throwing those straight rights, and probably also going to frustrate Chicken with a strategy like this, because Chicken wants to make this a fight, wants to come forward, wants to land his shots, and the more Pry plays patiently and fights less almost, the more frustrated you got to imagine Mr. Chicken's going to get.
Yeah, you fight that Floyd Money Mayweather style almost, and just kind of try to play defensive for so long until you bait your opponent in and read everything he's got, and then you just start unloading. Prox is very good in the later rounds, as we know, so maybe right now it's just feeling it out, and maybe, like I said, just trying to look for the timing to get it more clinches, or just do what you were talking about, and just pick his shots, make his opponent miss.
Yeah, in either case, you know, Pry can fight in both ways, and he definitely has some forward pressure game as well. But look at the tentiveness coming out here. You know, Mr. Chicken's undefeated for a reason. You know, don't expect him to necessarily put himself in harm's way to land those big shots, especially not this early on. You know, this first round is still all to play for with 20 seconds left. It's been so close. I have, you know, no idea who to give this to right now, but Pry grabbing that single collar again, tries to get the tie clinch, denied by Mr. Chicken, who shoots a takedown, and that is the round right there.
What a takedown at the end there, kind of telling Pryoxis to get off me. I mean, a great job by Mr. Chicken denying that tie clinch and then getting a takedown on a fighter like GSP and a guy like Pryoxis who's using GSP. So great job, great round to kick off this main event here at ESFL 18.
Yeah, I'm sure some people in chat are sweating a little bit now. The thought of a Mr. Chicken champion is not something a lot of people in chat would be enthusiastic about. I know you'd never shut him up, but he could definitely win the title here tonight. He has the skills, guys, and with takedowns like that, he's going to put points on the scoreboard, and I think Chicken takes that first round.
Oh, 100%, and it's just the forward pressure to the octagon control with the jab and the striking, and but you got to think Prox is just the methodicalness, and he just picks his shots, and just like that Superman punch. You always got to be careful with Pry, but definitely I think a 1-0 score for EK Mr. Chicken.
Yeah, and Pry already looking to turn it up a little bit. You know he'll increase the pace as this fight goes on. You know that he turns it up as the fight goes on. He's big on that, you know, just slowly increasing the output and the pressure and working you out, finding your holes. You know, he's jabbing there not to land the jab. He's trying to see what he's trying to make reads on you, see what you're doing, and the more he works out what EK Mr. Chicken's, you know, habits are off that jab, the more he's going to find openings for those strikes.
Pry switching stances here. Not sure if it was something to do with the leg but I just noticed it right there. Definitely switching stances.
Well, if he's been throwing a lot of those lead leg kicks, so that lead leg kick will open up a lane for that straight left he's been following up with as well. But maybe he wants to work that liver shot. That straight left to the body is going to come in there nicely off that jab. It's going to get underneath it. But he has to watch that rear uppercut now. And Mr. Chicken's not throwing it much, but he's used it in previous fights and had a big success with it. And now he's slipping off to that side as well. So that's going to load that uppercut. So he's got to watch that right hand.
A technical battle here at ESFL 18. It's for the title. Prox is trying to defend the title for the first time in ESFL history as he's taking on EK Mr. Chicken. And EK Mr. Chicken, Bailey, still pushing the pace, making sure his opponent is against the cage here.
Yeah, quick little jabs coming out here from Pry, and again, he's just baiting, he's just reading, and Chicken now is kind of struggling to get any offense off this round. We have a slight delay here. I hope we're gonna, yep, we lost about 10 seconds, but it looks like we're okay. But Mr. Chicken, yeah, he's not really getting much offense off this round. He's kind of walking into these strikes of Pry, who's slowly lulling him into this slow fight where you kind of, you eat a jab until you realize, the round's nearly over, and all I've done is eat jabs this round.
And a nice denial here again, as you see Pry try to slide in there for that single collar. I touched about it earlier before the fight, and I said we might see Pry try to grapple, but EK Mr. Chicken obviously getting his work in with his clan members and stuffing these takedowns.
Yeah, and I definitely think that switch to southpaw for Pry at least was to help him land that straight left to the body, because he's been working at it, and it does make a nice little chamber for it right there. And I'm surprised Mr. Chicken's not tried to jab in and throw that uppercut, because I think he would throw the uppercut off that rear hand. He could catch Pry, especially if he's kind of dipped down low to land that straight left to the body. He's trying to circle out and get to the outside of that lead foot, and there we go. Catches the big drops with the right hand. Oh, that could be it right there. That could be it. No, recovers. Oh my goodness.
Oh my God, Bailey! I thought we had the first title offense in ESFL history.
Beautiful short right hook right there off the uppercut. Boom! Catches him, and he slipped. He
slipped right into the hook.
Yeah,
and Prioxis, wow! Like, it's just, that's why he's the champion, man. That's it.
I think he expected
it's quick.
I mean, even if a hook came right there, he was still going the wrong way. So I don't know if he's used to slipping that way by instinct against an orthodox fighter, but it doesn't matter what punch was coming there.
Maybe that switch from orthodox to southpaw did mess him up here, because we're going to start the third round, Balian, and he's back to the orthodox position. Yeah,
and we seem to be losing stream quality the more this fight goes on here, so let's hope it holds together towards the end of the stream. And we'll see how it plays out. But yeah, we have Pry. That southpaw stance definitely helping him land that straight left to the body, and EK Mr. Chicken stepped into the pocket there, which is always a dangerous thing to do, and Pry making him pay. Rear uppercut, lead right hand came and got him there. And again, I'd like to see Mr. Chicken try and look for this rear right uppercut, but he eats that lead hook again, and this body work's going to pay dividends now. Mr. Chicken's got to be super careful. That head stat. Robbie Lawler has a good chin. GSP doesn't. He can still catch up here in terms of damage, but we are in the third round, and he is, well, you got to imagine that he probably took that first round, so it's still one apiece. As long as he takes this as, it's a new round, let's get back to it, he can still definitely win this fight. Nice knee.
And here we go. We're back in that single collar spot. Can EK Mr. Chicken get out? No, nice denial. What's Pry want to do? He gets his Muay Thai clinch. Let's see if he wants to attack or try to go for a trip.
Yeah, he's
momentum sweep.
And there's the.
I believe he wanted to let him take him down here. I mean, you got to think GSP off his back, not very shabby at all. I mean, look out for the sweeps. And once he gets a Robbie Lawler on top, just like that, just like that. Virtual BJ.
D making all these calls. He knows, man. You do it all yourself. You know what's happening.
Yeah, I mean, you got to bait these guys in there, especially on a play like that. But look at how quick he gets back to his feet. So you got to give credit to Chicken. I mean, he does get caught on these situations, but he's getting right back to his feet, and he's putting his fists right back in a Pry's face.
Yeah, and he's walking forward now, but this is kind of what Pry's been wanting him to do the whole fight, to come forward in that straight line. He's been circling out away from that lead foot, which has been setting up that lane for that straight right, and it's also letting him step back around, catch that left hook as he's moving his head in. So it's kind of playing just enterprise game now. He's going into southpaw, and you'll see him probably still circle to his right hand side there, so he can channel that straight left to the body, get on the outside of that jab, get away from that right hand. But he's eating some big shots right here.
Yeah, he's got to be careful. I mean, if he's got that game plan, it's all fine and dandy until you got punches being thrown in your face, and
there we go.
Kaiser goes out the window.
Beautiful job. And there we go. We see the slip off the jab again. We've seen that. That's almost a strike of the night, in my opinion. Now, a great new way to counter the jab. If you didn't know it, if your opponent's coming forward, as soon as the jab comes out, slip your head off that line and counter straight away with that straight down the middle. Don't try and throw anything fancy. There we go. Left hand miss, comes back with the right hand, and now Mr. Chicken struggling to find a way on the inside. He's getting hurt. The health stat is going low, and now he's got to be real careful about his entry. And there's the left hand into the right hook, gets a slip off that uppercut, and now he's really hurt. And you can expect Pry to try and turn this up to finish the fight, but no. 10 seconds left in the round. He will recover some health, D, but Pry, we know him as patient. not taking any risks.
Yeah, and this is where Prime makes his living in the later championship rounds. And we all have been there. We've all been in the situation. You think you've got him figured out. Well, here's the fourth round. You've been knocked down 4 or 5 times. It's an extremely tough spot to be in. And so he's not even doing with the grappling. He's just using GSP, working the jab, making it look so easy here. And it's going to be maybe a quick fourth round here, Balian.
Yeah, I love the way he threw the right hand in it. Even when it missed, he's done it twice now. He comes straight back with that left hook. Oh, goodness, that left hook right in there. Just timed that beautifully. Not even setting up with the jab, just saw the opening of it and just slipped it in there. And look at the health stat on Mr. Chicken. He's got to be super careful right now. One big shot could end it. No kicks so far from Pry. He does have them. We'll see if he works in a little head kick to finish it. Beautiful job trying to get those extra shots in here, but Mr. Chicken, man, trying to counter with the jab, just not finding a way in. And look how close he's standing, D. This is just danger. Danger all over the place when you're in that close, when you're that hurt.
Championship rounds, Pryoxis versus EK Mr. Chicken. You got to think one more headshot, one more rock. It could be over for EK Mr. Chicken, and we might have our first title defense.
Looks like it's going to be right
ESFL.
here. Pry working the body. Mr. Chicken's flashing like a traffic light, trying to back up right here, but Pry getting that slip, that pull counter, and now he's just baiting with him. Now he's looking for something flashy to set this up because this is nearly all over right here. Mr. Chicken still fighting valiantly, swinging, going down without a fight, trying to get that rear uppercut. Lead hook in here, but that lead left hook is going to land in just a second for Pry, and he's going to end this fight off that lead left hook. It's going to come in there. He's going to jab
Nice
into
fake
it.
head kick, too.
Ooh, almost got it in right there. Got eaten by the straight, and Mr. Chicken still working forward. If he can get through this round, he will recover a little bit of health, give him a bit of a second wind on it, but only barely. Clinch attempt coming out here, and this is where Price trying to settle in, not take any risks, but he doesn't want to let the momentum start to swing back the other way, D.
Yeah, but at the same time, I think one slip and rip here, and that's another rock, and then it's going to put him on the back pedal, and the fight's going to be almost over. I mean, look at this. He's got no stamina, but the heart of EK Mr. Chicken and the Chicken's Coop on Twitter, they're not giving up. They're definitely not quitting.
Yeah, props to Chicken for still coming forward and being aggressive and not backing straight up here. He could go a little bit counter fight, and there it is. The big left hand into the rear uppercut on the floor, pounding him out, and that will be all she wrote. Happy birthday, Pryoxis, as he takes...
Happy birthday, Pry!
As he takes that victory and defends the ESFL belt for the first time.
Absolutely beautiful performance. Yeah, he started off with a bit of grappling, or he tried to, but then he just kind of went into Pry mode and just sailed to the victory there. I mean, he picks people apart, Bill, and we've seen it time and time again. That's the reason why he's now 7-2 and the first ever defending champion. So, man, active champion too. He just won this thing.
Yeah, super patient as well. Just the way that he just methodically added up some strikes and got himself that win eventually. Look at the stats there. It's actually pretty close in terms of significant strikes, but the jabs and the straights to the body that just started to slow down Mr. Chicken right there. The 3 knockdowns, and Pry grabbing that belt becomes the first defending champion with a defense streak of 1. It is a new world record.
And you know what that means, Balin? That means we get to see it again. We get to do it again. Pryoxis Kinetic 2. And here in the ESFL.
We do. Pryoxis Kinetic 2. Damn. Man, you know, Kinetic won the first time. I believe he was the last person to beat Pry, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, he did beat Pryoxis. I'm not sure if he was the last person to beat Pryoxis. I'll have to go look at the rankings. But yeah, they did have their fight. So this time, though, obviously, Pryoxis has the belt. So, I mean, this is... Kinetic wants that thing back. You know he does. So that puts Lemus Khan on the outside looking in. So expect Lemus Khan to be a, co-main or one of the upper fights as well in the future cards, and for him to try to crawl back and get his title shot. And Balin, if we could just take a quick look at the money tournament. I want to take a quick look at that.
The money tournament one more time, getting those brackets in here, of course. And here we are, guys. If you missed it earlier, coming up, let me just show the event coming up real here. Coming up on the 18th, the 19th, and the 20th, the Friday, the Saturday, next Sunday as well. We're doing 3 days. 3 days of tournaments. It's gonna be a bracket. I believe it is 12 fighters entering. No.
16.
16 fighters entering. That's correct. 16 fighting tournament. Friday, Saturday, Sunday. The winner will be crowned on Sunday. It is for the Watch Your Shoes Invitational $150 cash prize on this tournament. And here we go. Here are those brackets right here. Take a look at them.
Yeah, and if we just take a quick look, like I said, MMA Fro hasn't fought here in ESFL, but a lot of people know the name, and he's fighting Kinetic NRG. They were former teammates 2 years ago, so everybody wants to see that fight. Everybody. Prodigies is fighting Chambers, and Chambers, the guy we saw tonight, the short notice fighter. He's going to be in on this, and I'm excited for him. And then Recognize. We all know T4H Recognize. That's another big name.
Recognize coming back.
And I'm not going to read them all, but just look at these guys. I mean, it just sells itself.
The best of the best of the best. And there we go. We're going to get it in there. I can't wait. I cannot wait. Someone's going to take home that money. And going to be some supreme bragging rights there as well. You know, you can beat the champion, but there's always bragging rights involved in any kind of tournament. So if you can take home the money where the pressure's on as well, there we go. Best of 3, $150 on the line. 16-man tournament for the Watch Your Shoes Invitational. It's going to be amazing.
Well, Bailey, and with all of that said and done, I believe that's it for me and you tonight. I believe it's a fantastic show. We appreciate everybody coming out. And yeah, do you got anything else to add, Bay?
I do not. What a great night of fights. ESFL 18 is in the books. It is a wrap. It'll go down in history. Prioxis defending his belt for the first time. And EK Mr. Chicken drops to 4-1, picking up his first loss here, but he will be back, I am sure. And some great performances tonight. What a stellar card. What a fantastic night of fights. And we'll be back on Wednesday as well with even more for you guys.
And Bailey, and one more thing before we go, I just want to make sure the virtual fight fans know it's set up next week. Before I sign off right now, Kinetic versus Prioxis. Maybe not next week, but it will happen. Everybody wants to see it. The biggest fight in ESFL history is going to go down. Stay tuned, fight fans. We'll see you next week here on the ESFL.